Well, then what's the answer?
Hello, everyone! Welcome back. Welcome, wayward gamers, to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as NewFed3 on the socials, your GM of fun and madness, of torture. Who knows what's going to happen in this episode of entertainment? We are here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer for our Legends of the Natural Ones, our Pathfinder 2E campaign game actual play. And let us introduce these wonderful and talented players of mine that we have so much fun, these friends that we just love telling the story. Who would like to go first? I'm opening it up. Who wants to go first to introduce who they are, where, and who are they playing?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
So I'm going first. Hello, I'm
Yes.
Jeff. I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Aviro Starborn. He is our high elf wizard / know-it-all / coward, and he is currently very sad because he had a very sneaky idea, and it was rebuffed very, very quickly when somebody wouldn't accept his invitation. He didn't think that plan through very well.
Like a vampire. He can't come in unless he's invited.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I'm Carrie. I play Brynn, and Brynn is hot on the trail of what she doesn't know, but solving a mystery.
Yeah.
And Brynn is all about that life.
This shit.
We are Scooby doing this shit.
Yes.
And yeah,
Plenty of doors to go in and out.
I'm excited to see what is possibly the conclusion, but you never know with this bunch.
You know, if it is, it is, and if it isn't, then you know what? We've got a few more episodes to figure out this arc of the story. So definitely. Thank you, Carrie. Jim, how are you?
Hi.
Last but never least.
I'm Jim, and I'm playing Glastoc Steelcloak, our grumpy old dad dwarf sorcerer.
It's grumpy but fun. I'm
Yay.
also everyone. As I said, I'm Jay, also known as Neofet 3 on the socials. We are playing some Pathfinder 2E here at the Emporium. Before we dive in, we want to give 2 acknowledgments to our wonderful friends and affiliates, Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee. Talon and Claw, the wonderful manufacturer of DM screens and dice vaults. Yes, there we go. And check them out. And as we see in the chat, you're going to see a code that comes up for Dragon Daddy. So if you go to them and put that code in for Dragon Daddy, or just click on it, we'll automatically put it in for you. You'll get 10% off on your orders. They are in peak season right now, so just be acknowledged that they might not be taking orders right away. Just put it to the side, and when they're ready, make your order when they have. Ren Fair is coming up around, or just finished, so they're going to be a little bit on the busy side. Yeah. Last but never least, Smuggler's Coffee. Our wonderful friends at Smuggler's Coffee we've collaborated with them on our Star Fuel blend, and hopefully we're going to be looking at a future collaboration as well. So we're hoping for that to happen and go from there.
Put it closer to the camera, Jim.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it to not showing up on my
Not showing up. There's a
never
little
mind.
bit of that. There we go.
Well,
There we
Hey.
go.
Perfect. Screenshot that.
There
Perfect.
is
Awesome.
We were happy enough to make a collaboration at Gen Con, or excuse me, at Gary Con, with our wonderful friends at Smuggler's Coffee. So check them out. They've got a wide variety of flavors, and the whiskey barrel aged coffee that Smuggler Fuel blend is a part of is very, very good.
bourbon barrels.
Bourbon barrels, yes, they've got those too.
Well, no, that's what this is. It's a
okay,
bourbon
bourbon. Sorry, I thought it was whiskey.
Yeah.
Rain.
Bourbon is whiskey.
Yeah,
It's a specific kind of
it
whiskey.
can be.
It's
It can be.
It's a particular type.
With that being said, we're going to jump into our new episode. But before we do, we want to make sure everyone ahead of time of our audience, we have our safety tools up. Our players and I have gone through our safety tools, our lines and veils. There could be some triggering conversations, actions, things of that nature in this episode. So if trauma and or violence and things of that nature, or other things that might trigger you, you may want to step away. Or if you need to step away halfway through the episode, by all means, please be safe. But we as players and everyone have gone through everything and we are good. So please, if you want to come back, by all means, please enjoy this episode. And with that being said, our recap. The group has been investigating some deaths, some mysterious potential psychopaths on the ship that killed all the crew methodically and in a different way. They thought they found the culprit, and with a quick investigation, the madam was not the person that did it, but saw them finding the bodies, so to speak, of the crew. Everyone is supposed to be staying in their cabins except for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Because of the shortage of the crew, Glastoc and Brynn are working on deck to kind of help out. And there's evenings of guard crews, and with the skeleton crew, so to speak, and literally, we've got 3 days left before making port. And the last 3 days are going to be interesting before they make their way to Magnamar on Dusk Till Dawn, a monster-filled escort transportation that Lido, our fake Lando, is captain of.
Fake Lando.
I love that so much.
So, and we pick up just as dinner bell goes off, and people are coming up for dinner. And
Aviro leans into Glastoc and Brynn. I have another idea.
What is it?
Belle is an alchemist. We are short-staffed. Perhaps she can make some kind of draft or potion that can keep us awake. Because we're short-staffed and we're all doing
I mean, however, if
duties.
However, Aviro, I'm going to form just not a criticism as much as a critique. We think that she may be murdering people, and we are the last line of defense before the rest of this ship goes down with her. I don't think we should be drinking anything that she
No.
concocts.
No.
All right, so we don't actually drink it, but it's a way that we could perhaps get in her room or throw her off the trail that we're onto her.
Actually, I think he has a point.
That's not a bad idea when you put it that way. Aviro, I'm proud of you. Very sneaky, very
So
very dishonest.
if we make her think
Oh no,
that
you're
we
right.
No.
That is dishonest.
it,
Oh no.
It's good. It's good. I love
No,
this
it's
side of
not.
you.
But it is dishonest, and I don't want to have a false. Oh,
It's fine. It's for the greater good.
that's
one
actually
of you do it then.
yeah, it's actually a brilliant idea because if she
Okay.
does concoct something that could potentially even just knock us out, and she thinks that we drink it, then
All right, I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to feel bad.
Too late.
And so are we at dinner right now? Is this
yeah, so you're making your way up to dinner. You sit down for dinner.
And does she eventually come up with Boo?
Oh yes, Belle, the alchemist, and Boo eventually kind of come up. The gentleman comes up. The bride, disheveled and still feeling very sad, mourning, looking very, and it's very noticeable. Like everyone gets quiet when she kind of comes up, and about halfway during dinner, and she kind of grabs some food. And around this time, you realize no one else is coming up. The madam doesn't come up for dinner.
Well, Aviro, if you're not going to talk to the alchemist, I think I have a job for you.
What's that?
The madam was not here for lunch, and she's not here now for dinner. Would you like to go check on her?
No.
Would you please do it anyway?
Must I? She's fine. If she's in her room, she's fine.
No, she could be dead.
But she could also not be dead.
Which would you prefer?
I would prefer her to not be dead.
All right. Well, then go down and check and see if she's alive. And if she is, you can just say, "Terrific, thank you," and run.
All right. I can't. I have first watch.
Glastoc, would you go check on the madam, please, after dinner while I
Actually,
talk to her?
no,
Alchemist friend?
let me talk to the alchemist friend. And the reason why is because Glastoc is technically also an alchemist.
Ah, All right. I'll go down and talk to the
Yeah,
madam because I'm not afraid.
you don't have a reason to be.
Glastoc, can you brew us something that can keep us awake?
No,
Oh.
Yes, a very strong dwarven ale, but
That'll
that's
do the
I
not,
think that
job.
has the opposite effect of being awake.
well, to you it might, but
Yeah, it depends. You have to be well seasoned. Brynn finishes up her dinner pretty quickly and is like, "Well, I'm going to go down and talk to our lovely friend."
And you're kind of following, like, the bride goes to her room, and you're kind of probably behind her, like, you see her go into her room as you
Mhm.
make your way down the stairs. But we're gonna go
Mhm.
over to Glastoc, and we're gonna start
Sure.
that conversation. So,
Mhm.
like I said, Belle, the alchemist, and Boo are just very, very quietly somber. Like, they're being quiet because they're scared, very curiously, but they're just being very timid, and they're eating their dinner very quickly, and they're going to go back to their room. But Glasslock, you're going to be able to approach them while they're finishing
okay,
up their dinner.
perfect. So, Blastoc's gonna, ignore the normal pleasantries
Mhm.
and stuff and try to be more direct to the point, considering what's going on.
And
And everybody's more or less aware of what's going on,
yeah,
correct?
more everyone kind of knows that something's happened, and that
Yeah,
it's definitely. And as you approach, they immediately look up at you, and they're like
right.
intently, like,
Yeah. I don't mean to interfere with your dinner, but I have a uh, professional question for you.
yes.
Uh, because of the goings on and because of, uh, let's say, issues with the crew being stretched thin, both Bryn and myself are running a double duty right now where we're helping out with the crew, but then we're also doing our watches. Do you perhaps have any recipes for an elixir that may keep our stamina up, help us stay awake longer through the night?
Possibly, yes. I it take me a little time, but I might be able to brew something.
Okay, that would
I think I
be
might have the ingredients for something like that. I'd have to double check my room, but that do you need? How many do you need?
well. Obviously, we're getting near the end of our voyage, and um, not hopefully not too many, but enough doses for the three of us, say for 2 more nights.
I don't know if I can make that many. I'd have to make each day. I I might. I
And Glastock's like trying to read her,
okay.
like you know, um,
Perception check.
okay. Oh, nat 20 for a 31.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Oh wow. Nat 24 30 something.
31.
Mark it down.
Okay. I
Put
just
it in
marked
the
it down.
spreadsheet.
So what are you looking for as you're watching her getting her
Just her body English.
okay.
Basically, is she is she really concerned with what's going on? Is she is she potentially hiding something?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
She's very nervous.
Okay.
The fact that she's looking at trying to you're looking for something to drink. She's trying to figure out if she can make she's debating about making something like that, and she's curious, but she's definitely hiding. She feels nervous, like she's hiding something
Right.
that she's like, but she's willing to make you like that, but she doesn't know she has all the ingredients. That's truthful. So like she's like she can make something to keep you awake, but
Mhm.
she's definitely hiding something.
Okay. Right. And then bow and I say, and as a professional courtesy, I'm a bit of an alchemist myself. So if there are
Oh,
some ingredients that you are missing, perhaps I have them.
yes. Oh, thank you. I will look at my supply and I may come to you and ask if you have something.
Okay,
Thank you. I will. Tomorrow morning I will have something for you, if that's acceptable.
sure.
Excellent. And she gets Boo. Thank you, and thank you for your protection. And she brings Boo down to her room. But as she's walking, Brynn, you
Yes.
at this time during this wonderful conversation, you
Yes.
go to the madam's room. What do you do?
And Bryn would knock and would just be like, "Excuse me."
Nothing.
Nothing. "Excuse me, madam."
Nothing.
Oh. Um Bryn would
Perception
knock
check,
one more.
please.
Yeah, sure. Nat 20.
Wow. These
Two
are
in a
coming
row.
out at the right time. Brynn,
Yes.
you hear wind as if a window is opened, and
Oh,
you recognize, even though being on the other side of the door, when a window or a porthole is opened, and you hear little shimmering, almost like the wind, like the drapes kind of moving a little bit, and then you hear a little rattle as well of glass.
Okay. Okay. So Bryn would kind of like, she would remember in her, like, it's like the angel and devil on your shoulder be like, "Don't unlock any more doors, Bryn. I'm going to ask that you don't lockpick your way in any more rooms, Bryn." Like, "What's damn it?" And she like unfurls her little lockpick thing and goes
Thievery,
about quickly.
thievery.
Yeah. 16. Sorry, 26. My bad.
26. Yeah, you know
Hashtag math.
you're doing
hashtag
these
math.
click, click, open, yeah, unlock, no problem. And the door goes, and as you
Uh-huh.
open the door, the immediate thing that you see is the porthole window broken.
Uh-oh.
You look down, and it's not broken from the in, it's broken out. So there's no glass, but the room is tousled. So you've been in this room before, and you know how
Yeah.
meticulous. There was there was a fight in this room. There is blood stain on the wall as if something got cut, and it's the black ichory like stain as if something, and you
Uh-huh.
like something got slashed and sprayed
Somebody
upon the
got their
wall.
fucking throat cut.
Not as
Whoa.
bad as that, but there is
Okay.
something that there is definitely a fight winning here. And the thing that you realize, no one heard anything.
And no one heard anything when the whole crew got killed either. So there's like a silence spell. There's like a cone of silence. Okay.
There is
Bryn
definitely a
is
fight, but all of her gear and stuff like that is still here. The room has not been searched, or so there's nothing that seems out of, because of your perception before and this one, nothing's been taken. It was just a combat, and something bursted out the window. Which again, if you were on deck, you would have heard,
Think
mm-hmm.
but you didn't
splintering
hear it.
wood or something like
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
The
Didn't
window
hear
would
it.
have bursted out and no one heard or saw anything.
Splashes or anything. Okay. And now is there anything like left behind, like any weaponry or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So Bryn is gonna just kind of like, huh, and then shut the door. And then
This is
is going
odd.
to
You gonna
is
relock it?
going to Oh yeah, I've got to No, I'm not, because everybody fucking knows that I'm who I am, and so I'm gonna shut the door and I'm gonna go on up to back to dinner, and I'd be like,
And as you're coming
Lito,
up,
Lito,
that's when the Boo and them pass you and kind of go down into
good
their
evening.
room. Yep.
Brynn is just kind of very
And
speed
the
walking,
and the
continuing
gentleman's
up
just
back
sitting
to
in the corner,
hello,
just watching this going on.
hello, yes, Lito.
Lito's on deck.
Okay, is voice. And Bryn would go back and sit down with. So I guess is Glastoc back at the table that we were sitting at?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have just finished up his meal and then would have
I
gotten
need to talk to you. I need to talk to you.
Okay, what?
Is Aviro there or not there anymore?
Yeah, Vero's there.
You think so? I thought he would have finished and started his rounds.
Probably.
This still did.
Yeah.
Oh, did he eat quickly or did he finish?
Well, is it 8 p.m.?
No, not
It's
yet.
about time.
It's just
Oh,
right
then-
before. Right before.
Okay then.
Okay, then he's still there.
I need to talk to you both. There's the madam. I think she's been murdered. Her body isn't there, but there's blood all over her room, and it's been turned asunder.
Vero squeaks.
It's like the porthole, her window was blasted outward. So from the inside, and nobody heard anything. Saw anything.
Was the door to her room locked?
Do you want me to tell you what you want to hear, or do you want me to tell you the
Okay,
truth?
that answers my question. Okay.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I knocked and nothing happened.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Bryn, you go find Lito. Let him know what's going on. Vero, you and I are going up and going to act like nothing's happening yet. That's why I'm going with you.
You want to stop by the room on the way by. I didn't lock the door again.
No, I want you to go get Lito. Go
Okay.
to the room. Okay.
All right. And I go immediately.
and then Glastoc just looks at Aviro and goes, act like nothing happened. And he casts guidance on him again. He says, you got this, buddy.
I believe in you. Poof.
What? Yeah. What is the guidance, the divine guidance of
It's
Glastoc look
just
like?
is like his hand glows, bright for a second, and he touches
Yep.
Aviro, and you get
Yep.
this little, boost of confidence that you can do it. And then, of course, it fades within, 10 seconds. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aviro will also cast infectious enthusiasm upon himself.
What is that?
With enchanted gusto, you encourage yourself to get things done and share your motivation with your allies. Gain a +1 status bonus to your choice of attack rolls, will saves, or charisma-based skill checks. During the spell's duration, an ally who observed you casting this spell and was within 30 feet can also take a single action, which has the concentrate trait to gain the same bonus you choose until the start of their next turn.
oh, okay.
Using this
Awesome.
spell to
Basically-
influence someone in a social situation is considered a faux pas.
That's awesome.
That's
Perfect.
great. I love it.
Okay.
So we get will saves. We get a +1
Bonuses.
to our will saves. Now it's only duration of 1 round, so it's probably not going to do much, but
No,
at least
no.
it'll be.
Yeah.
It's boosting him up.
It's the
Right.
idea.
So Glastoc and Aviro.
That's a cantrip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Same as guidance. Yeah.
So
That's
what are
cool.
you wanting to do as Bryn goes finds Lito?
We just go out onto the deck and act like,
Okay.
we're on watch.
Aviro's poorly whistling.
Which brings us to Bryn. Lito's on.
Sigh like that. Oh yeah, a lot of sighing.
Yes.
Makes me nervous.
Yes. So Lito is at the wheel. He sees, and he notices the look, and he gets this kind of sigh for a second. What now, dear Bryn?
There's been another murder. There's been another murder or an escape or a cannonball of a person through the wall of the ship. Madam, it's the madam. She's gone.
She's a hag. Just call her what she is.
I don't know that. Bryn's stupid. So Bryn would be like, she's gone. I went to knock because she hadn't shown up for lunch or dinner and she didn't answer. So I let myself in and
Okay.
there was blood everywhere. And it looked like there had been a fight, a tussle, and her
Let's
porthole was blown outward.
let's look. Let's go look.
Yes. And we
And you
go
go
down.
down to the room, and he opens the door and kind of looks at Bryn and opens the door and searching and looking at the room. And um with you, Bryn, and is anyone else? Glastoc and Aviro, you would have seen them walking down
Mhm.
to go
Mhm.
to the room. You're welcome to join if you'd like, but as they make their
Not
way, Bryn, to the room.
not yet, but
Okay.
yeah.
Aviro asks Glastoc, "Wait, is no one now going to steer the boat? Why he just
There's someone
left?"
else that one of the skeleton kind
okay.
of comes up and takes over.
Autopilot.
Yeah, a kind
Yeah.
of an autopilot type thing. Yeah.
That's his
An
that's his name.
inflatable skeleton.
Auto
Maintain
pilot.
course.
It is, yes, it is auto.
Autopilot.
It is auto.
Auto.
Yes, it
Auto
is
Auto.
auto.
pilot.
Love it.
As you get to the room, Lido and Bryn, you're looking around this room, and there's, like I said, there's a significant amount of blood, but not enough that potentially give me a medicine check
Yeah.
to see the quantity of blood that you actually see.
15.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a death wound. There's just enough of there was definitely a fight, but it
Scuffle.
probably is not enough to kill. There's not a pool of blood, but there's
Okay.
definitely like when you slash someone with a slashing weapon and a good weapon, and the blood just kind of spears up and splatters upon the wall.
Got it.
There's one or two of those. Then there's a little bit of pool on the floor. So there's definitely some wounds that were happening. And that there's no investigation in our wonderful tree, but there is perception. I need a perception check from Bryn.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Lido is going
That-
to do a perception check as well. Oh, Lido's
I got a 29.
There we go.
okay. Bryn,
Yeah.
you find something underneath some rubble as you're checking.
What do I find?
It looks like a bolt from appears to be from a hand crossbow, but
Okay.
it's small.
Okay.
And it, like I said, it looks like it's a custom. It
Like
looks
a
like
kid-sized one?
No.
No.
No, actually not. It looks
Like
just
a
like
halfling one.
it's like a modified crossbow bolt for a hand
Like
crossbow.
Assassin's Creed, like
Sorry.
a freaking
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Somebody on here has
Probably from like a
assassin.
wrist-mounted weapon. And
Cool.
yeah, and it's got blood on it, so it looked like it went through, or it you know it got
Okay.
hit and then got flinged off in the melee.
Okay.
So
I'd be
but
looking at this thing and
it's very clear that there is puncture, there's piercing and slashing weapons from
Okay.
whatever attacked.
so I would be like, I would just kind of go and hold it up to Lido. Be like, this person's a professional. Hey,
Something like that, but the window is broken from the inside out. So something crashed through the window. And you said the door was locked, correct?
door was locked.
How did they get in?
Oh,
I mean,
unless
could the
she invited
madam
them.
have done it herself to throw us off?
Shoot herself and spray blood all over the place? I
No, it's
doubt
just
it. What if it was somebody she knew? What if it was somebody she had invited in?
possible. But the door was, you said the door was locked, correct?
Door
And
was
there's
locked.
no, and he's looking at the window, and there's no way to tell if the window was broken into. Is but it definitely looks like it was broken out. And we didn't hear anything. Clearly, we would have heard something.
Unless there are spells for that, aren't there?
There are definitely spells for that. And we didn't
And if
see
somebody's
anything leave, or splash.
stealthy enough, they don't even need a spell. Is
But
why, again, I go back to it's probably a professional.
Then where's the body?
My guess is 50 knots behind us in the water.
Nuts. And unless they have a bag of holding.
Correct. Well, we are slowly losing guests and crew and people. What else to do?
We're going to have to keep everyone locked in their rooms. And
I think we need to search everybody's rooms. I don't think we need to let them convince us, there's nothing to be concerned of here, and have us just go, okay, and go about our day. I think we need to search everybody's rooms.
I think we need to. That is a
Somebody
possibility.
on board has a tiny crossbow. If we find that, we know the killer.
True.
And that's a unique weapon.
Yes, I agree. I need to consult something, but we can post guards outside the doors. Definitely. So then no one can leave the rooms without someone noticing. And
When you say post guards, you do mean us, correct?
I do have some of the evening crew will be double doing. I will be posting them in the hallways. Definitely.
Question for Jeff on his alarm spell.
Mm-hmm.
It said that it could be either an audible or an inaudible.
Ooh, a silent alarm, like at a bank.
Mm-hmm.
Out.
Yes. Silent alarm, and that he would only know.
Correct. Either a mental alert or an audible.
Ooh, Spidey sense. Awesome.
Because here's this is Jim thinking out loud, and I'm sure Aviro would be the one that would actually come up with this. The unaudible one would be better, because if they are using any kind of a silence spell,
you still know.
He would still get an alert.
Yes, he would.
So
it does have a somatic component, so whoever.
Well, the somatic component is you casting it.
Yeah,
but they'll hear me casting a spell outside their door
if they're paying attention.
No. Is it verbal or somatic?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is both material, somatic, and verbal. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing.
So they know that you're casting a spell outside the door. If they were listening, they may not know exactly what the spell is. But you could try to be quiet.
Okay, when we get down there for our rounds, when I pass, I will cast alarm whenever we get there.
Yeah, because what we're going to have to do.
And I'll try and do it silently. Do you need me to make a stealth roll for that?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah. So
pretty freaking sneaky.
As the dinner, you notice that Leto posts an individual outside the hallway, and he's just standing there. At one end of the hallway towards the west part, and just stands there waiting and literally watching the hallway. And his job is, if any of the doors open, he will, or sees anything, he will report it.
I will cast alarm on the alchemist's door.
All right, you cast alarm on the alchemist's door. And okay, so then Aviro's up, Glastoc and Brynn. Who's got the first watch?
Aviro has the first watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I have first watch.
So it's the second.
Okay.
The way what the spell says is whenever a small or larger corporeal creature enters the spell area without speaking the password.
Yes.
Oh, so if you cast it in the hallway outside of that door, it would cover both directions.
Yes. So
would
anybody coming
also-
out. Mhm.
But it would also cover inside the rooms because it's a 20-foot burst.
But because the walls do prevent it, so it doesn't go
They
into
do?
the.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they will.
Okay.
So the entire hallway, that
So it's just
20-foot hallway,
20
would
feet
be
of the
alarmed.
hallway.
Yes,
Okay.
that
Okay.
entire hallway would be alarmed. So you could potentially set it up so that outside of your Glastoc and Brynn's room, every door down would be
Like alarmed.
alarmed. So if anyone
Nice.
walked out of the rooms,
And
Yep.
Aviro will tell the password to the sentry so that if the sentry walks through.
the sentry is not going to walk. He's just going to
But
be.
if it does,
Okay.
But if it does, for whatever reason, it
Okay.
won't set it off.
Do
Okay.
we also know the password?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the password?
Argol Fraster.
Artlefraster.
Artlefraster. Got it.
Does Lido know the password?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Shit,
Brynn
it's Lido.
sleeps.
Damn it. Now it's Lido's the killer. God
Brynn
damn
would
it.
go in and be like, Artlefraster. And Brynn would go to sleep or do her best. Honestly, Brynn is pretty good at sleeping under pretty stressful conditions, so she kind of conks.
Aviro, you notice that the half-orc cook is on deck.
Okay.
Forgot about the cook.
He's working.
Evening.
He's working the decks too, which he's like kind of grumpy when it comes to this. And you notice that his hand isn't. It's turned into like a hook, like part of a grappling hook, like a that cone, like a C, so that he can pick things up and grab it and wind them up. And it kind of like when he's doing some of the ropes, it automatically turns, and so the rope just kind of, as he kind of pulls up on himself, and he pulls.
Aviro will offer the cook a drink out of his flask of fellowship.
Oh, he'll take it. Oh, thank you.
Diggity, if that's the case, I would like to then. I gotta read on this thing quick. I want to make what's it called? Check. Make an impression.
Okay.
And make a diplomacy check and just see what if he's got any news. Has he seen anything?
Okay.
And what does he think is going on?
So this is a saving throw?
It's a diplomacy check.
Okay.
I get a +1 on my diplomacy check. And
diplomacy
whatever he wants this drink to be, whatever this orc thinks is in this flask is what he gets when he drinks out of it.
Based off of his the DC he'll be set. So roll your influence. Yeah.
Total of 15 with my bonus.
He's happy. It's some mead that turns into it, and he's very happy. And yeah, there's nothing.
Has he seen anything?
No, he's been quiet.
What does he think is going on?
He thinks there's something going on. He's been staying in his room, and not trying to do anything. He's heard Lido and the first mate arguing left and right occasionally about what's going on. So.
Okay. All right. I will, if I see Glastoc, if Glastoc happens to still be up, because he's got second shift.
Yeah.
If I happen to see Glastoc or Brynn, if either of them, I'll let him know that I talked to the cook, and that's what I found out.
Okay.
Which isn't much, but it was worth a try, and I got to use a cool thing.
Very much so. Very much so. All right. I need perception check from Aviro and from Glastoc as your evening shift kind of comes in.
Nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
We're not going to get these rolls when we need them in combat. You watch. I got a 19.
Yep. 19?
Right.
Okay. Your shift goes without incident. It's smooth sailing. The weather is actually cooperating a little bit. So there is a hue, like a fog around the ship a little bit, but definitely you're making your way. The night it's a little bit cloudy, but the stars are out in certain parts. So it's calm waters. The rainstorms have subsided, so the next few days should be pretty good. You don't hear anything or notice anything out of the ordinary. It's pretty much an uneventful evening
Even
For
through
both of us?
Glastoc
for,
shift.
for both of you. Yes.
Okay.
The first mate comes up in the morning, after Leto. Like, actually, Leto, yeah, Leto, it would have taken this, and then Leto's gonna go to sleep, and then the first mate is up, and uh, Glastoc, you do see the conversation and kind of overhear it. It's a little tense between those two
Mhm.
Between
about
which two?
Leto and the first mate.
Leto and the first mate.
Oh. Ooh.
And there's even comments of like, staying. This has never happened. Our lives are in danger. I better get some hazard pay out of this. There's just,
Mm.
you better get. And the first mate is definitely throwing some shade on Leto, and Leto's trying to smooth it over. And it's just like, this is unusual. And yeah, and there's some tension between them.
Okay. When the first mate leaves,
Mhm.
Glastoc's going to approach Leto and basically ask him point blank how trustworthy his crew members are.
Like, fairly trustworthy, yes. I would trust them. I mean, they've been with me for years.
And there's never been an issue before.
No, that hasn't. I can't say that there wouldn't be, but I don't believe they would be. They're fairly loyal.
Well, you say fairly.
I mean, they've been with me for many years.
Okay. And then Glastoc will just leave and do like one more
Glastoc.
final round. Yeah.
Since he's up there on the actually Brynn and Glastoc, I need. It would be a perception check, but it's more of a recall knowledge check. So it's a recall knowledge check, and I'm trying to figure out what would be the best. What,
Is
because
there
you're.
like, I was going to say, it'd be like a straight intelligence check, but
Yeah,
there
it would be a
isn't.
straight intelligence check
But
with.
there isn't an intelligence check.
Yeah, because it's recalling knowledge, and the skill that's attached to it. It's not lore. It's
Sailing. Oh, it's not lore.
It's not lore. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, it wouldn't be
Society,
society. It wouldn't be crafty. Diplomacy.
diplomacy,
No, it wouldn't be. It would be almost like
will.
thievery, or maybe thievery, or yes.
Okay, I'm not raising my hand. I'm just saying I would love it if it were thievery.
Um, I'm. Yeah. This is an interesting one of the recalling the knowledge type, because
Isn't that an action? Isn't recall knowledge an
it
action?
is an
It is,
action,
but
but we're trying to use it but it's generally applied to a skill.
Yeah, it's
That-
if you
recall
recall knowledge
lore.
about
yeah,
something.
about something. So you'd use either like religion or arcane or a lore to be able to do it. But this is
Yeah,
kind
recall
of.
knowledge lore.
Well, society says it's local history, key personalities, humanoid culture, societal structure.
We're gonna go society. We're gonna go society.
Okay.
Damn it.
But I'm giving you all a bonus. So a +4.
A +4 bonus. Hot dog.
All right, 6.
I got a 25.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, Aviro, give me a society roll too.
Even though I'm probably asleep.
Yeah, because you're gonna wake up.
So what is it? You said a +4?
Yes, +4 to that.
+4. Math. 23.
23. Okay. Brynn, you're sleeping. You wake up in the morning, correct?
Yeah.
Aviro,
After, at 2, Avira goes to bed at 2 a.m. and is going to
you're
sleep for
sleeping
8 hours
8
if
hours.
possible.
Okay. Brynn, you're waking up in the morning for breakfast. Glastoc,
Yep.
you come down to get her. Brynn, when you wake up, suddenly you realize first mate. the drow
Mm-hmm.
and has a hand crossbow on him.
It's like that. It's like in a detective movie
Yeah,
where it's like they're just like doing sit-ups and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" It's
yeah.
like,
As you're
like
sleeping, you're dreaming and you wake up, and then the epiphany hits
it,
you of like he's a drow.
yep,
He has hand crossbows.
yep. And I
In your
would,
mind, like maybe it. There might be a connection.
and now if he's like, yeah, but not that I know, but now that he's demanding extra hazard pay and shit because it's been such a dangerous journey, and oh my god. Okay, so I run and I find Leto. I gotta try to find Leto,
Okay. Glastoc, you
and
pass Brynn. You see Brynn run out of the room.
Okay.
yep,
And just
and
she just
she's like pulling on a boot as she
Hmm.
goes, and like,
and he's gonna turn and follow her because she's obviously got something. She's got a hair up her ass about
Yep.
something. So
Hmm.
yep, sure do. And so I run and I try to find Leto, and I'm
Leto's in
like,
his cabin. Yeah, because the first
well,
mate
wouldn't he
is
be?
on deck.
Oh, okay.
and I boop, 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 and I'm knocking on the door.
It one moment. And about a minute later, the door opens and you see Leto in this nice silky
Hmm.
robe with just boxers on,
Way too
with
far on, but yes,
opened up a little bit, chest
100%.
wise, and just this beautiful, slight hairy,
Hairy chest or smooth chest?
very
That's
a slight hairy chest of just
hot,
muscular,
hot.
hot, just. And he's like, well, normally I would be welcoming such a morning.
Bryn would put her hand on his chest and push him into his cabin. Like, we need to talk, and like
Well,
just go
Yes,
all the
ma'am.
way.
times are changing, I guess. Okay, having a
Feminism, down with the patriarchy. Anyway, we need to talk. I think I know who. I think I know who killed the madam, and I think I probably know who killed the crew too.
who, who?
I think it's your first mate.
Why would you think that?
Because he has a hand crossbow. I saw him with it the other day and I didn't realize, and it just kind of hit me all of a sudden just now. He has a hand crossbow and he's a drow. Do you know he's a drow?
Yes, I know he's a drow.
Yes. And well, I thought he was glamored. I
He
thought he
is
had
Oh.
like
glamored.
a
He is
yeah. So
glamored.
he keeps it under wraps.
He keeps it
reasonably
under
enough.
wraps because when we
But
go
yeah,
into the port,
it's
then
fine. No problem with drow, of course, but
yes, I don't
he can
either.
be no. Of course not. That's not what this conversation's about. But anyway, he's got the hand crossbow that we talked about. It's a very unique weapon, and he's big and he's strong and he has the capability of doing these things. He has access to all the places and the people, and he, I
Jumping to
think that
conclusions. Uh,
what other conclusion is there?
I mean,
What's your best guess?
I don't know, but I mean, it could be possible. I guess we'd have to examine his crossbow.
Yes, we should. Could. We could ask him what he was doing the other night.
He was supposed to be. I recall he was on deck the other night.
Ah, on deck the other night.
But I
And
mean,
does he have a key to all the cabins?
I generally there's a master key, but there's I generally keep it in here. I'm the only one that has it, but he does. He can access it.
He could have done whatever he did to her and then locked up behind
Sleeping
himself.
at the time, I think during the day when this happened, because I was on deck at the time.
I don't know, but I mean, I all I'm saying is that everybody's a suspect.
It's true. I mean, we could confront him and examine the crossbow bolts, I guess, from his weapon.
Yes, and Bryn would reach into her little pouch and she still has the little crossbow bolt that
Mhm.
we found. Like, if they match these, I think we have a hit. Wouldn't you
Let me
say?
get dressed and we'll go talk to him.
All right. Well, be quick about it. And Bryn would like wait outside, like just outside his room.
You're leaving so soon? All right.
Yeah, shut up. Like step outside. And she would wait. She would wait outside.
And he gets
Grant would
dressed, and
not escape.
Glastoc, you're waiting there with Brynn.
And I would fill in Glastoc about what I just told Leto. And I would show Glastoc the little crossbow bolt so he can kind of see it and know what we're looking for. And yeah. Is there anything on the crossbow bolt that would like lead us to believe no other like information like
No.
the fletching or anything like that? Okay.
Well,
Okay.
craft. If you have a craft skill.
I don't. Nope. Untrained, all untrained. So I'll just be like,
Yep.
I mean, I have crafting, but it's for alchemy.
Yeah, this would be a weapon crafting specific type situation, and you know that it is a crafted. It is a special. It looks like a specialized crossbow bolt, so it's not your typical crossbow bolt.
small and it's secret and it's quiet.
Yep. A few minutes kind of go by, and
Not to make terrible generalizations, but Drow can generally be into subterfuge. If anybody's going to know a silent spell of some sort on this ship, it's probably him.
5 minutes kind of come by, and Leto's finishing up, getting the cape.
Brynn elbows the door and be like, "Would you hurry up? We're not getting ready for a date."
Making sure things are planned up, and he kind of comes out and he's finishing up. And patient, I understand. He's on deck. I need everyone to give me a perception check, please.
Everyone?
Except for Vero, because he is sleeping.
21.
16.
Okay. And as you kind of go on deck, first mate's not on deck.
He's off killing again. We need to find him. We need to find him now.
Self-killing again. Great.
Should be on deck, shouldn't he? Leto?
Generally, but there's things he could be doing right now. Let's
A lot of things he could be doing.
Let's
right
go check
now.
his cabin. Where else what do you want to check? I'll go check his cabin real quick.
I would like to check his cabin.
Question.
Yes.
How long does Aviro's alarm spell last?
8 hours.
8 hours.
It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you cast it again before you went to bed?
Because we didn't tell the first mate what the password was.
That is very true.
He did not cast it again because his shift was. I mean, it would have lasted
the whole shift.
Yeah.
And it's morning time. Before he goes to bed, would he have cast it again?
No, because we didn't tell him to.
Okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't have.
Right. Okay. So you go downstairs into towards the first mates, which are back here. And you go to the first mates. Leto knocks on the door. There's no response.
I look at Leto like with the it's all adding up kind of look.
And he goes in and he pulls out a set of keys. He unlocks it and opens it up. And it's empty.
Empty?
It's not like there's no one there.
Like he fucking
empty.
fucking left.
No,
like,
it's all of his stuff is there.
Ship.
All his stuff is there and stuff like that, but he's physically not in there.
I want to look at his stuff.
He's kind of looking around.
Any blood on any of his stuff?
No, there's no blood. I'm not going to make you roll a perception check. So no,
okay.
No, it's clear. There's nothing like that. Glastoc, what are you doing while Brynn and them are downstairs?
So they're the second that we know that he's not in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So Glastoc's kind of, is like looking down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there's nobody in the hallway right now.
Except the sentry, yeah.
Oh, so the sentry's still there.
Oh yeah, the sentry is still there. He's going to be there 24/7.
Glastoc's going into the cargo hold.
Okay. Go in the cargo hold. I need everyone to give me a perception check, including Aviro.
27.
28.
Nat 20 for a 30.
Wow!
Oh!
Nice! We're so perceptive, yeah.
You hear a large thud and bang, and you hear, no! Coming from upstairs in the dining hall.
Oh, shit. Okay. So
What? And Aviro, you wake up from this noise. Tired.
Okay.
But you hear this noise. What do you want to do?
You're asking Aviro or you're asking everyone?
Everyone. So Aviro,
book for it.
Same.
so you're down here. You're going to be able to book it up there. Okay. Lito's down here. You're there. So, all right. So going back. So Brynn, you're down below. You book. I mean, it's down the hall and up. You're gonna book it up. Okay.
Yep.
Glastoc, you're in the cargo hold. What are you gonna do?
Just, I mean, it literally like out that door and then up the stairs as fast as possible.
Okay. You're gonna go out that door and up the stairs.
Yeah.
Aviro, what are you gonna do?
Poke his head out the door, see Glastoc running past, and say, "What was that?"
Get upstairs.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40.
As he sprints past Glastoc.
It's gonna. You're gonna be probably. Brynn's gonna be up there first.
So he's right
Glastoc,
behind Brynn.
And by the time Glastoc, you're gonna make it up there first because you're already like going up the stairs when Aviro pops his head out. So you're gonna make it up, and then Avero's gonna be like right behind you because you're already running up the stairs as you yell to him.
Yeah.
Brynn, when you make it up to the top of the stairs into the dining room, you see the first mate with his hand on the crouched on the floor. His hand, one hand kind of supporting him. Blood is kind of peering out from him, and his it's almost as if you can't. He's kind of almost with his last breath. He's hearing something, and you see him collapse on the floor as you see a bolt in his back, and he's kind of falling. And as you look over one of the windows from the thing, and you see a figure, darkened figure, just leave the window.
From outside the ship?
From outside the ship.
So like an actual window?
Yes.
Not a porthole.
Not a porthole.
One
An
is
actual window.
An actual window.
Okay.
What do you do?
I would okay. So when it got out the window, like which way did it go?
As it comes out this window, you hear it's going this direction.
So, do that. Okay. So as it goes out the window, it's going like aftward.
Yeah, it's going out, and what I'm gonna say is you hear the as it appears climbing along the side of the ship with those nat 20s.
I would go right out the window. Can I make like an acrobatics or an athletics check to try to Spider-Man up after it?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Is the window open or broken?
The window is open. Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my hero point. That was not very good. That's a 24.
A 24. You park as you try to get to the window. You kind of trip for a second, but the balcony is right there, so you kind of hit the balcony and then pump up to yourself. Now, there's a little bit of a ledge. You're not going to be able. So, are you going to the top of the deck, or because you're not going to be able to kind of like? There's nothing to hold on to on the side of the the ship per se.
Okay.
I mean, actually, let me take it back. You could probably jump from window to windowsill, but it's going to be
Okay.
a climbing speed and it's going to be relatively slow. But you can get
Yeah, I
around
mean,
if you want.
I want to try to. Well, I want to just try to follow whatever this guy did.
Okay.
Like whatever I once can kind of see out.
Okay.
Like I want to like consider what path I think it or
Okay.
he or she
So
took.
when you get around to the side, while that's happening, what is Aviro and Glastoc doing? As you see Brynn jump out the window and start going around to the side.
Glastoc turns to Aviro and tells him, "Cast haste on me."
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
That's what his haste spell sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll use one of my actions to cast haste on.
Okay. And right after Aviro does that, Glastoc starts to glow in a bright white light, and huge angelic wings spread from his back,
Oh
and he
my god.
leaps out the window. I now have
Well,
a
that's
fly
new.
speed.
What is your fly speed?
It's only 20, but that's the whole reason for him to cast a haste on me, because then I get to move an extra time.
Yeah, you get an extra.
So
You would actually okay. So you cast a
Well,
spell, suddenly
that's
Glastoc.
new.
see, now I don't have to spider climb. I can actually free float around the ship to track
Yes.
this thing.
Exactly. Okay.
So
Oh god, this is beautiful. Aviro, after you cast the haste, what do you do?
I will. Okay, so first action will be casting. How many? Nope, that's 2 of my actions. All right, so haste was 2 of my actions, so I guess I only get 1 more. So I will sprint 40 feet out the door and over to here, outside and around to the left port side of the ship, and kind of look out and around to try and catch them. So he should be coming at, or this thing should be coming at me with Brynn and Glastoc behind.
Okay, before you leave, I'm putting something in chat for you.
In Zoom?
Yeah.
Zoom chat? We're playing this via Zoom in case, not to spoil the mystery, anybody, but
we are not, in fact, sitting in the same room together. Behind the curtain.
Meanwhile, visit Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee.
So as you are just about to leave, you kind of look back at the window after you cast the spell, and you see that.
Oh. Damn. So I will stop. I'll stop and veer over to the thing that has caught my eye and examine it. And that'll be my turn. I assume it's somewhere over here.
Yep.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt somewhat.
So, as that's happening, the next round, so to speak, you, Brynn, as you get around, you saw this cloaked figure in darkness, like all you see is this black cloak, and it is literally like running on the side of the ship.
Fuck.
As if it's just kind of
that's like nightmare fuel.
And it is double your speed.
Holy shit.
It is fast. It literally makes, by the time you get around, it is halfway down the ship, and you can see it pull. As you get around, it goes through, it opens a window in the cargo hold.
See, I knew that the cargo hold was the key to this whole thing.
And
so
wait. So it can fit through a porthole?
Presumably.
And as you fly around Glastoc, you can see the dark cloak go into this porthole.
Can I shoot at it once?
Because you have haste, you can try to shoot at it if you would like.
Okay.
But you just see the cloak go in into the portal. So you don't have a large target. It's going to be very, very difficult. But what do you want to shoot it?
Are you using
What's
your
the
haste
range?
to shoot instead of to move?
Well, because I can use it to either attack or move.
Right.
So so basically I have 4 actions.
Mm-hmm. 2
You know,
movements.
so I can
Yep.
so I can move twice with, obviously because I'm flying,
Yep.
I don't have
And
any
you fly
restriction
out.
as
Mm-hmm.
well, I would have had 2 actions to fly
So you would
the first
potentially
round
have
too.
2 more actions, and literally you just catch that glimpse as you're moving. If you want to try to make an attack from where you're at,
Well,
it's
okay, because I would have gone 5, 10, 15. It would have been 20 to get to the window. Then I would have had another 20 movement once I was outside
yep,
because of the haste spell.
yep. So
Okay.
you're
And
probably
then if it's moving at 50, it wouldn't have gotten that far in front of me because I can move 40
it moves 50 per action.
per action. Oh, shit.
Yes.
This is
So
like-
that's why when you get to this point, all you're seeing is it's darting. It's like when those chase scenes, and just as you turn the corner, all you see is the cloak turning the other corner. So as you
Okay.
got around, you saw the cloak open up the porthole, and it dodges in.
Okay.
This thing is fast.
Okay. What's my range to it?
I'm gonna say, let's see. Let's look at the map. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Probably about 45 feet. 40, 45
well,
feet.
Okay, well, that means I can't use my cantrip.
Okay.
That's only going to range at 30. I'm going to cast Searing Light at it.
Okay.
That's got a range of 120.
Okay.
Um,
Is it an attack spell?
yes.
Roll it.
While Jim is calculating, I am like
I'm using my hero point.
Brynn sees how fast this thing is and needs to trying to crawl up onto the deck so
Got
she
it.
can just chase it on
So
foot.
next round, you're going to be climbing onto the
I'm
deck.
not lying. I rolled a nat 1 with that first roll.
You rolled a
That's
nat
fine.
1? All right.
Yeah, but now I'm using my hero point.
That still
he's using his hero
counts as rolling on
Yeah,
the.
Put it on the spreadsheet.
I know. Okay, let's see. 29.
It's
Hey,
29.
that's better than a nat
Better.
1.
So what is the spell do?
Okay, so Searing Light shoots a blazing ray of light tinged with holy energy. It deals 5d6 fire damage,
Mhm.
and if it is a fiend or undead, it does an additional 5d6 good damage.
Okay.
If the light passes through an area of magical darkness or targets a creature affected by magical darkness, Searing Light attempts to counteract the darkness.
Okay. Roll your 5d6 points of damage.
Okay, just the
Just
first
5d6.
5. Okay. 22.
You may have caught a leg just as it was dodging in through this porthole.
Perfect. Now we're looking for a person with a limp.
Yeah. Okay. So Brynn, next round, Brynn, you're going up and over. Glastoc,
Yep.
what are you doing?
Okay, so since it went into a port, I can't fit through the porthole, so I'll have to fly around and down the stairs.
These
So I'll
stairs
be able to
here?
move in other words, the stairs to go straight down into the because I would have had 2 move. I'd actually probably be pretty close to them. I just would be off to the side of the ship.
Mhm. You're off to the side.
Um,
So there's this
yeah.
one, which is relatively close that you can get down to, but then you
Yeah.
have to make your way in through the room.
Well, but I'm not because of flying.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about landing. I can literally cut corners. So can I get to the one door to the cargo hold here?
You mean here?
Yeah.
Or here?
No. I'm not going that way.
Okay.
I would go for these stairs because these are probably the closest ones to me.
Okay. So I would say you'd be able to fly in, but once you got in here, you would have to land and run over, and it would be 2
movement actions.
It would be your fly would be 20. Your second fly would bring you down to here. and then your third movement would be here, but you still have one. You would still have one action left.
Okay, and then I can open the door.
Yes, you can open the
Yay.
door.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Brynn.
Haste lasts for 1 minute, by the way.
Yes.
So Brynn, as you get up to the top of the deck, what do you want to do next? As you see Glastoc fly down the stairs,
I want to follow Glastoc. That's the
You-
only gauge I have right now.
and you can make it right past him. Yes, no problem.
Okay.
Aviro,
Okay.
what do you want to do?
I stride twice, which should take me all the way to the alchemist's door,
Yes.
and I pound on the alchemist's door,
So
shouting, "Open up, open up, open up."
and Brynn and Glastoc, as you get down here, you see Aviro standing in front of the alchemist's door, banging on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to do? You can have You can have a quick conversation
Us
if you'd like.
Or
Yeah. What would you like to do? You can have a quick conversation.
I guess I would be like, oh. Bryn's out of breath. Be like, Glastoc, what are we chasing? What are we? Did you see it?
I don't know. It's black and spider like. Oh, Jay, by the way,
Mhm.
the wings last 3 rounds.
Okay.
So they'll last 1 more round, but they cast bright light in a 30-foot radius. So
Okay.
as soon as
So, yeah.
Glastoc opens the door,
Yeah.
the
Bright light
this
kinda
in
comes
room's
in.
this room's gonna get lit up.
Okay.
Is it
So
in there? Glastoc, is it in there?
yeah, I saw it go in here.
He pulls out her rapier and is like ready to freaking go in.
And you're seeing Aviro bang on the alchemist door. Aviro, what are you saying?
I waited so long to be able to use those.
Awesome.
Congratulations!
Yeah, that was a good move.
Yeah.
Avira is shouting, open up, madam, please open up. This is a security matter. Open up immediately."
No sound.
Nothing is coming out as I say
Nothing's coming
this.
out. You don't hear anything, no?
I would imagine Glastoc is kind of blocking the doorway, so Brynn is just sort of waiting, and she looks over at Aviro and be like, Aviro, does it sound like they're coming to the door?
I can't hear anything, can I?
Yeah, they're down the hallway.
But if I'm in a cone of silence, can I
There's no
still
cone
hear?
of silence. You just don't hear anything on the other side of the room.
Oh, it's not
You
like when
don't
I'm
hear
pounding and saying stuff.
No,
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 yeah,
no.
you
You
can.
don't hear
Yeah,
any
you can. They
response.
hear you pounding and you're saying stuff, but there's nothing. There's no one answering the door.
Okay. He's not paying attention to Brynn and
Yeah.
Glastoc. He doesn't hear them.
So I guess, if the thing is in here,
Yep.
if I can,
Mm-hmm.
what I would like to do is go down to another one of the doors like this.
So you're gonna walk past Aviro.
I want to run past Aviro. I
And
want to.
Glastoc,
Be
you
right.
go into. So Glastoc is opening the room, brightening the room, checking it in immediately. Brynn, you run down to this room past Aviro as he's pounding on the door, asking for something. Perception checks. Everyone give me perception
Everybody?
checks. Yeah.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20. God damn it. It went
Dirty
right with
20.
me.
28.
28.
25.
Brynn, you get down, you open up the door.
Yes.
Okay. Glastoc, you open up, you lighten up the room.
Right.
Those 25s, this door opened and shut.
Shit!
It.
Shit!
What do you want to do next?
Brynn gives chase immediately through that door, fast as she can.
You're going to go through the cargo hold and out the door?
Through
Okay.
the cargo hold, out the door. Yes.
Of Glastoc, your last round, you could fly to the other end of the room if you would like.
It's the same speed whether I fly or run, so it
Okay.
doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
So he's just going to use every movement that he has to just follow Brynn.
Okay.
This thing's
Aviro,
slippery.
I
do
try the
you
door
do?
handle.
It's unlocked.
I open the door.
It's empty. The room is empty.
They weren't supposed to leave the room.
Actually,
Rule breakers.
Actually, let me take that back.
Breakers.
Actually, I need to backtrack. That was a mistake. No, actually, no. Let me take that back. Yeah, no. The room is empty. The room is empty.
There's no one in the room.
It appears no one is in the room.
I cast Tech Magic.
Okay.
Anything out of the ordinary in here?
There's magic all around. There's
But is there anything out of the ordinary that I wouldn't, that isn't perpetually running spells and things that I'm aware of?
I'm like a magic spell, a magic item, or something along those lines.
You send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. You can choose to ignore magic you're fully aware of, such as magic items and ongoing spells of you and your allies.
Okay.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Yes.
Is there any sign, and this is Jim to Jeff,
Mhm.
is there any sign that she was actually brewing the potion that we asked her to do it?
Is there any sign of
Yes. Yes, there is.
Okay, so she was actually trying to brew something.
Mm-hmm.
something?
All right.
But who knows what?
But yeah, there's no one
right,
here.
no,
There's no one in the room.
yeah.
And there's no magic, like major magic thing that is happening here.
Okay. So does opening the door count as an action, or is that a free action?
That's an action.
Or free?
Yeah, that's an action.
That is? All right, so that's my 3. Detect Magic is a 2-action spell.
Okay.
That's my 3.
All right. Brynn, Glastoc,
Yes.
you give chase.
Yes.
Up, where do you go from here?
Try to follow
Do
the
we
sound. Follow
hear anything?
Perception
Yeah.
checks.
Nat 20 for a 31.
Yeah.
I hear everything. I see everything. We're gonna catch this little fucker.
Well, I'm glad you rolled well. I rolled a 15. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm. Ooh. All right. Aviro, what did you roll?
Oh, was I supposed to? I didn't know I was
please do.
supposed to.
Yeah, roll for you.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
12.
12.
I'm not paying attention to that.
Because you're in the room. You're in the room.
he's
searching.
busy detecting magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surprisingly, for whatever reason, the thing you hear noises as steps are coming from down the stairs.
Which stairs?
These stairs right here. So Brynn, you notice that they're coming from down.
Brynn hears it.
Brynn hears, so down below where the crew
Yeah, okay. I was
is,
gonna say.
that's where you hear it. You do know that the sentry is still standing right here. So the sentry's standing there, but there's it was standing.
No register.
It didn't register anything.
Which end of the hall is the sentry at? Okay.
Actually, you know what? The sentry was down here.
I thought the sentry was down at this end, far end.
Yeah, this far. Okay. So yeah, it was standing right there.
You mean, so it's at the 4?
Yeah, it's at the 4. But
Oh,
so
so
whatever
okay.
moved past it, it didn't register it.
Fuck this thing. Oh, there's our 1. Okay.
I am gonna sprint down the stairs after this,
Because you
like,
heard
very
this
quickly.
door open.
Yeah. Yep. So I want to run downstairs and burst through that door. I have no
Aviro,
idea.
you hear Glastoc and Brynn run down the stairs. What do
Okay.
you do?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Takes me, let's see.
Brynn and Glastoc, what are you saying during this chase? Is there anything there?
40.
I would yell to Aviro, cut him off at the pass. And I would like point back the way
Yeah.
we came to try to like get to the other side.
So I'll stride once to this set of stairs.
Actually, this set of stairs here.
This set of stairs.
And it brings you down to here.
So then that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30.
Okay.
So I'll step. Step is like 10 feet of
Yep.
movement down the steps. That's my second action.
All right. So as you get downstairs, you see the alchemist and Boo.
I knew
She's
it.
talking to Boo. And she sees you coming and she kind of stands in front. And you heard, Aviro, you heard a little bit of this conversation like, why? Why? And then she sees the several of you come down and she kind of stands in front.
And Aviro yells, "It was Boo!" And he holds up the piece of her dress that he found by the window.
Oh.
Told you it was a creepy little kid.
And
Yep,
and
yep.
the alchemist is like, no. You don't understand. She doesn't understand.
Does Boo have a burn on her leg?
Yes, there appears to be a burn on her leg,
Oh,
and she's wearing a
okay.
black, you know.
Does she have a tiny, tiny child-sized crossbow?
No, you do not see a Chinese crossbow with her.
Just
You-
you did ask
I'm-
about that earlier, Jim, but I figured I'd ask again.
Yep.
Um,
And the alchemist is like, no, please. Yeah, I had to see it for myself, but she doesn't understand. She's learning. She's
what is she?
she's my daughter. She's my creation. It's just she doesn't understand.
Aviro runs to get Leto.
Okay.
Dad!
Of course he's gonna go get the teacher. Are you kidding me?
Please. She doesn't understand what she did. She doesn't understand. It's like
Make her understand.
I will do. Yes, I now know what she's. I didn't know this was happening. I didn't, and Boo's just kind of standing there, just kind of
Like
looking up,
nonchalant.
Like there's no emotion on Boo.
Where were
Aviro
you
comes
on your
back
way
with
to?
Leto.
Where were you going to take her?
We're on our way to Magnamar.
Why?
I've got some business there, some items that I'm purchasing and selling and stuff like that. We're making our way, but I didn't mean for this to happen. It wasn't meant to be. I understand that the attack it triggered something in her. But when the sea devils attacked, they hurt her and she defended me and something changed in that. It was the first time that she had to defend me.
You say she's your creation.
My daughter, my creation, yes.
Is she a creation of your body or a creation of something else?
And she's quiet.
Well, if you're going to be technical.
Did she come from you?
In some ways, yes. Yes.
Did you make her in the way that I made my son?
You see Glastoc
Record
go,
scratch.
Glastoc, you heard this just as Aviro and Leto kind of come down. And like, Aviro, you just heard that as you're coming down, as you're walking down the stairs.
That might be news to Aviro. I didn't.
Yes. I don't know who your son. I'm assuming your natural way, but
yes.
And she kind of pauses a little bit of not answering that question.
You need to find a place to take her where she can't get to anybody again.
I know I need to teach her the right. I do.
No, we are beyond teaching now. She has killed many times.
Yes, she doesn't understand. She got a taste of it. It sounds like she's learning to understand, but I know it's wrong. She was doing. I know that there's something wrong with her that I need to fix. Leto, it was not my intention.
I imagine Leto was holding the scrap of Boo's dress because I'm sure Aviro
gave it to her. He's
gave it to him.
The evidence is there. And Leto's just being quiet.
I want to know where she got a crossbow.
Well, she probably took it from him, like like stole it and then used it, and then you know.
We we'll stay in our cabin. I'll make. I've been tired lately, and she must have been stepping out while I've been sleeping, and I'll make sure that she can't do it anymore. Just just don't hurt her or me, please. And you hear this.
And I kind of like look at Glastoc, and I'm looking at Aviro and Leto, and
Glastoc's really torn because this is how many more days do we have?
Did we 2? Okay.
You're Bryn, you're muted.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you now. Okay.
Okay. I would say we can't let her out into the world. Forget the rest of this journey. We could keep her locked up in a room, but what about after?
After's not our jurisdiction. That seems like something the captain of this ship
No,
has
you're not going to hurt
authority
her.
over.
No. There's just I understand. Leader, I understand we're no longer. We've broken the rules. I understand that. Don't do it. But when we get to Magma, we will be out of your hair.
Yeah,
Technically, by the terms of the contract, you are liable for any damages and sundry expenses, therefore, plus any other consequences due to the breaking of contract.
What are you going to do after?
What is
you
Leto
get-
doing?
Yeah,
He's
what's
just
Leto doing?
standing
That's-
there
Yeah,
and just surveying what you're doing and what she's doing, and just kind of sitting there, figuring out what he wants to do. He's just very. He's taking everything in.
What are
Okay.
your plans after you take care of your business in Magnamar?
It's my plans. I don't need to tell you those plans, but no.
I think you should.
No, I don't need to. We'll go to our own business, but I will make sure she no longer does anything here. And you hear this, Mommy, are they being bad?
Oh yeah, Glastoc's
Oh.
done with this conversation right now because he's thinking back to what the actual contract was that we agreed to, and if our contract is to protect the ship, this kid is a threat. It doesn't matter what the situation is. So Glastoc's gonna cast Divine Lance
A spell,
at the kid.
attack spell.
Yeah.
Let's roll initiative. But
Okay.
Glastoc, because you're acting first, your initiative can be something different. Like if you're instead of using perception for your initiative, if you want to use arcane, if it's higher, you can use that because you're casting a spell. And one of the things about Pathfinder too is that you can use the initiatives for different things like stealth. But if you're casting a spell, that can be your initiative.
Oh, okay.
So because you are like, I'm doing this first.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to use perception.
Okay.
That's the 29.
All right. Let me get initiatives in order.
Oh yeah, I used my hero point, so I can get rid of that.
A hero point.
While we get everything ordered, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break
That's
to
perfect.
come back. So please, everyone, stay tuned while we get everything organized and we get back for this unusual boss battle.
A
Stay tuned.
boss battle, nice.
Welcome back, everyone. We are about to get in. The mystery has been solved. Who has been murdering all of them?
Solved.
Solved, but not taken care of.
Well, solve. I mean, you found out that it was someone got a little taste of blood and now is trying to figure out what how did curiosity has taken over and
Yeah. Let's
evil acts of right and wrong is not understandable there. So
Morality
moral
is a tough
dilemma.
one.
So triggering warnings. We are back into the triggering warnings that yes, there has been some issues. We are in a safe place here, so all the players are good. But if this is starting to get triggered for you, please feel free to leave and come back if you need to, or stay. We want you to, but be safe. But with that being said, we're in the cargo hold, and Boo, the alchemist child creation thing, is there and looking up and going, "Are they bad?" And then Glastoc, you cast a spell, and
Yes.
you cast Divine Lance. What are you
Yes.
doing? Who are you
I'm
doing?
attacking it with Divine Lance.
Attacking
Her, the kid.
All right. What is that? It's a spell attack?
Yes, it's a spell attack.
Roll your spell attack.
17.
17 will miss.
Of course it does.
Oh.
As the mother kind of shields her a little bit.
Yeah.
Although it does hit Mom.
What?
Yeah. It hits her. How much damage do you do?
Okay.
Oh God.
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Okay.
And that's divine energy.
Divine energy. Okay. So she was protecting.
Well, it's good energy.
Good energy. Okay. Yeah. So as she kind of moves kind of in the way of the spell and she gets hit a little bit and she takes 10 points of damage and she's hurt, but not bad.
Okay. So that's 2 of my actions.
Okay.
And then with my bonus action from the haste spell here. And then with my last action, I'm raising my shield.
Okay. Alrighty. That's Glastoc's turn. Brynn.
Yeah.
As kind of a free action, you do notice after that one attack, there is some shifting going on. But what would you like to do?
What kind of shifting? I want to know what kind of shifting first.
So
Physical shifting?
no, not physical shifting yet. They're basically
Emotional?
yeah, emotional. So the mom is hit and then looks down within the 10 and this curious look of Boo
Like turns on.
Oh,
and looks
my
right at
God.
Glastoc. That's all you see within that 6 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
It
Okay.
just looks.
Okay. But
It's just
what I
looking
do,
at Glastoc.
Yep. What I do, I want to hop in front of Glastoc, in front of the shield, even, and I want to wait. Whoa! Everybody, wait! And I kind of want to hold my action. If this
Okay.
little kid seems like she's gonna attack still,
Okay.
I want to respond in kind, but until I want to try to bring everything down, I want to de-escalate.
Okay.
That's my turn. Can I hold my action until
Yep.
like can I do like if this happens then such and
Yep.
such?
So you would be you're gonna bring it down. You're gonna bring it down.
Gonna change my order in the
Yep, you're gonna be a 14 right before her. So
good.
Okay.
Perfect. Good.
Aviro, what are you doing?
Vero casts sleep on the kid,
Good.
Okay.
but it is a 5-foot burst.
Okay.
So anyone within 5 feet of the kid also might fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be Brynn and the Alchemist.
So it is a
I'm not that close, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all within 5
shit,
feet of
we
the kid.
are all right there.
I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Is it a saving
No.
throw?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a will save.
Okay.
All right.
It might be better if Brynn is not conscious.
And how
for
many
this.
points? And is there a certain hit
So
dice, or is it just how?
It doesn't know, and it's not the same as D&D. It's
Okay.
just each creature in the area becomes drowsy and might fall asleep. Creature that falls unconscious from this spell doesn't fall prone, or release what it's holding. The spell doesn't prevent creatures from waking up due to successful perception check, limiting its ability in combat. Critical success, the creature is unaffected. Success, the creature takes a -1 status penalty to perception checks for 1 round. Failure, the creature falls unconscious. If it's still unconscious after 1 minute, it wakes up automatically. Critical failure, falls unconscious. Failure and critical failure look like the same. Okay.
So, what was the DC?
I don't know how that works.
Your spell DC. What is your spell DC?
My class
spell
DC?
attack.
Yeah.
Well,
Your
your
class
spell attack.
My arcane DC is a 22, but my attack is a +12.
It's 22. So
It's 22. Yeah.
DC
Okay.
22.
I got a 25 will save. So
yes, 25
I
will
am
save.
drowsy.
The alchemist will fall asleep. The alchemist will fall asleep. The Boo does not.
Of course not.
Who does not?
Who does
All right.
not?
Well,
So, what would you like to do? Rest.
yeah, I still have one more action, huh?
And she notices, and what you see is that she watches her mom drop to the ground, falling asleep.
No, she doesn't. It says that they do not fall prone.
Oh, they don't fall prone? They just stand there
Nope.
asleep?
Nope.
Okay.
A creature that falls unconscious from the spell doesn't fall prone or release what it's holding.
Okay, got it.
So, it's
So
just
she's
just standing there.
So as she's looking, so she was looking at her mom, looks at Glastoc with this strange look, and then
So she wouldn't actually then notice that her mom is asleep.
Potentially, but she know that there was an effect on her. So yeah. So what do you want to do with your last action?
With one last action, I was really hoping that was going to work, so I didn't have a third action prepared. And I can't do anything because
While
everything's...
Jeff is thinking, be sure to check us out on spring.com. At spring.com, we have t-shirts, tank tops, and so much more. Spring.com. Just search Emporium for the Wayward Gamer.
I'll step.
Okay.
I'll step a little closer to buy the bunks. There. That's my 3 actions.
All right. So, Brynn.
Yes. Okay.
As suddenly Boo kind of looks, does this look at Glastoc, and then kind of shakes her eyes for a second, and you see suddenly these red outlines around. You hurt Mama. Her arms just pop out, and a crossbow comes out of her arm.
Oh my God!
She's got a mini crossbow.
She is a doll. She is a construction doll.
No.
Her right arm literally drops down, and her arm, basically there's a hole that comes out that she's about to shoot something.
She's like Claw in Black Panther. She's Claw in Black Panther.
Yes. Or anime Naruto Sand creations.
God.
And literally
I attack.
Okay.
I attack immediately.
You get 1 attack.
Here I go. Yeah, here I go. That's a 24 to hit.
You miss.
Oh!
My turn is done.
And
That's not good.
And she somersaults backwards, disengage in kind of an acrobatic disengage with a 25.
Oh,
so
God.
No attack of opportunity, I believe.
No, this is the one effing character I don't have attack of opportunity for.
Yep.
Okay.
And suddenly she shoots her first action to tumble out. Second action, her arm, like the arm, the from the wrist down is down, exposing her arm. Suddenly you hear this poof. Glastoc.
Yes.
A bolo shoots out of her arm.
A bolo?
A bolo? Oh my God. I love
and
this.
shoots your legs and does
So wait, where is she right now? Where is she? Is she right there? Where
she drops back to here.
Okay.
Does
And she can still hit Glastoc through me and
it's a
her
20
mother?
it's a 20 foot, but there's you get a
Okay.
+2 to your eight. Does a
Okay.
21 hit you?
No.
So this bolo goes and bounces off to tries to trip you, but a 21, doesn't just barely missed you on that one.
Even if I hadn't had my shield raised, it would have missed me. So that's
Okay.
Attaboy.
Brynn,
Yeah.
she raises her other arm and a crossbow shoots out of this her forearm pops open and the hand actually her hand drops down for a second and it kind of comes
I blame Robo Goblin for this.
Yeah, that's right. Put the idea
does
in his
a
head.
20 actually this was created before Robo Goblin gave me any ideas. Does a 26 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
You take 5 points of piercing damage and I need you to make a fortitude saving throw, please.
Oh, it's poisoned. Little bitch.
Fortitude saving throw is a nat 20 for a total of 30.
Nice.
There we go.
All
I need
right.
to salt test these dice.
All right.
Oh my god.
And then
Can I
as she
have,
gets
like, a
there,
possible bolt here?
the last thing that she's going to be doing is the arm suddenly her left hand where the crossbow kind of comes out is still there, but where the arm and the bolo snaps back into place and a blade comes out of her wrist.
How
Oh,
many actions
fuck.
does she have?
Christ.
That's how she was able to kill all of the freaking sailors, like, in a different way. She's like a transformer.
She's a fucking utility knife.
Got a sword for a hand. That is badass.
So literally it is like, so it actually Wolverine-ish claws come out of her hand is what is out of her fists. Wolverine-ish claws. 3 blades come out.
We're fucked. We're gonna get killed.
So, top of the initiative.
What's Leto doing this whole time?
He's just watching this now.
Now it's the alchemist is asleep, so it's at the bottom of the round. Leto looks at this and is like, and run. I'm getting something, and he runs upstairs to go get something.
Getting the hell out is what he's getting.
He's probably gonna go get something from his room.
Chicken shit.
He's running to get something from his room. Hold her off until I get back. Is what he's saying.
Okay.
So, what would you, on top of the order, Glastoc, what would you like to do?
All right. So the first thing Glastoc's going to do is, because this hasn't come up yet, Glastoc's been carrying 2 shields this entire time.
Okay.
So the second shield that's on his back, he's going to touch it and he's going to cast Dancing Shield.
Ooh.
Uses 2 of my actions, and now Brynn has a shield in front of her.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
And then I'm going to use part of my movement, one of my actions to move up to the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my last action, because of the haste spell, I'm going to hit her with my battle axe.
Okay.
Let's see. That's why. There we go. 31.
That will hit.
Is it crit?
A 31 does not crit.
Damn it. Okay.
Good question. Good question.
Yeah, that's a very good question, but a 31 does not crit.
10 points of damage.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
so
the other thing, the other thing I want to you notice the wound on her leg, that burnt mark, is not very. It's basically not as what's the word I'm looking for? It like where it was burnt, that piece kind of falls off, and her leg it looks fine.
Oh, she regenerates. Shit. Okay. Just so everybody's aware, so the dancing shield spell lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
The touch shield orbits around the nearby ally. Uses the shield will use the raised shield action to protect the target creature.
Okay.
So if Brynn gets hit,
Okay.
she can use the shield block reaction, and the shield then can absorb some of the damage.
Okay.
Does this affect me attacking?
No,
It
has
does
no
not. Okay.
restrictions on you.
Got
So
it. Okay.
All right. So
Help me,
Glastoc,
help me remember.
this
Help
is
me
your
remember,
last
Jeff.
haste round.
yeah, that's that. So that's it. I'm done.
Okay.
Got it.
Aviro, what would you like to do?
Is it not? Oh yeah, Bryn reset.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, that changes things. I'm going to.
You see and you recognize this is a construct doll. This is a murder bot, more or less.
Great.
Oh, it's a murder bot. Oh,
In a way, it is the equivalent of a doll that is crafted and manufactured with internal integrated weapons.
Well, damn. I'm gonna cast Tanglefoot on her,
Okay.
and so that's a spell attack. So 28
A 28 will hit.
to hit.
Okay. And what does it do? Restricts her movement to 0, correct?
Regular. It's a regular success. Yes. 10-foot circumstance penalty to speed for 2 rounds. Can attempt to escape against my spell DC to remove. So it's not immobilized. It's just slowed.
Okay.
So it's got a 10-foot movement penalty.
10-foot movement penalty. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's 2 of my actions, and then the third action. Oh yeah, I have to. So that's a cantrip. That's pretty cool. And then my other action is I will cast Shield.
Okay.
Which is a single action.
Okay. All righty. Which brings us to Brynn. What would you like to do, Brynn?
So I have a question. If I try to move here,
Yep.
Does it get a attack of opportunity?
Technically, it could. Potentially.
Carrie, your mic's pretty quiet. I think you're not getting into it. There you go.
Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep,
This is good.
that's better.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move there.
Okay. She does not take an attack
first.
of opportunity.
Okay. Alrighty. And now that it's flanked, can I get sneak attack or no?
Well, no, this is the mom who's asleep.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, my
That's-
bad.
Yep.
My bad, y'all. I want to move here instead.
Okay. That is, as you move there, she will not
That's
take
okay.
an attack of opportunity because it's a fighter specific trait.
Okay.
She does not have that particular trait. So yes, you move there and you are now flanking.
Okay.
So she gets a -2 on her AC.
Correct. I'm gonna go ahead and attack then.
All right.
Rapier.
So that's your second action.
The nat 1.
So
oops.
What? Yeah, that's.
Brynn is still very conflicted about attacking, even though it's like all murder bot now. Still, it seems like.
So one of the things I don't think we've started that technically we've done it in the past is that they get an attack of opportunity on you.
If I get a nat 1, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So she's gonna take that attack of opportunity, and
Brynn rears back and like hesitates.
And a 16 will not hit you, so you're fine.
Does not.
But these 3 claws that are coming from her hand, she tries to slash your leg, but you're able to you step out of the way as she tries to just kind of slash it, and you just pivot slightly, and she misses you.
Good. So perfect. And do I still get my third action with a nat 1 as my okay?
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and try to attack again.
And this will be at a -4 penalty.
-5 penalty, I think, right?
Yes, unless you have.
I think it's 5
because it's the second attack.
Yeah, it's 5, but I thought you might have something else. But go ahead. Okay.
I don't. 13 to hit.
That will miss. That will definitely miss.
Okay. I am done then.
Okay.
But we're
So
flanked.
then, Boo.
Oh.
At this point, I am trying to remember firing a melee weapon, a ranged weapon. Because firing a ranged weapon while in melee. Does that provoke an attack of opportunity, or I'm trying to remember because we're still learning Pathfinder 2 rules. I'm trying to remember if it's what's the penalty on that?
I know like longbows you can't. Longbows you have to have a range of a minimum of 30 feet.
Okay, then that was probably along the same lines. So you can't fire it within range unless you have a specific feat.
Well, no. So like for a longbow, it's because it has a restriction on it called volley, which means it needs 30 feet to fire. So you'd have to look at the weapon specific. My guess is a hand crossbow probably doesn't have any kind of a restriction.
No, it doesn't.
A regular crossbow might.
Yeah, hand crossbow does not. It's just uncommon repeating, and yeah. Okay. So with that being said, you know what? I'm gonna put a -2. I'm gonna do a -2 on this attack, as she basically puts right into Brynn. She's gonna fire the crossbow, hand crossbow from her hand, and like point blank range into you. But I'm gonna add a -2 to her attack roll just because of it's being in
How close?
Yeah, because of how close. Now we may change that, but based off of how I'm interpreting right now, I could be way off on the rules. But for right now, I'm just kind of seeing that. So her first attack is a 17.
Nope.
This is a repeating crossbow.
Oof.
Now, because she's taking her second shot at you, normally it would be a minus. There's some specialties in here. So she doesn't get the -4 or -5 on this, but because of it, it kind of equals out. But does a 26 hit you? Because that was a nat 20.
Ouch.
Actually, it would be, let me take that back. It would be a 27 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
You take
26 would have been fine, but
you take 7 points of damage.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, why?
Because
oh yeah,
of the
because
shield.
of my shield.
So
the shield
Raise
blocks.
shield action.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so that was one of the things I was double checking with the spell. She doesn't get the bonus to armor class that I do for raising a shield, but she can, because the shield is considered raised. So the shield stops 5 points of that damage.
Okay.
So I still take 2.
You take 2 points of damage.
Yeah, and then the shield takes the other 2 points of damage.
Actually, 5. It takes 5. So there's a total of 7 points of damage.
No, the shield stops 5, so it takes the overlap.
Okay. Yes.
That's my understanding. So it takes 2.
Okay.
So the shield takes 2 and she takes 2.
Okay, got it. All right.
Okay.
Now with her third action, it would be a -10 on the roll, correct?
Should be.
Yes. But instead, she moves acrobatically up and over on the wall.
What? Oh God, that is so creepy.
Spider climbing.
Just like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate
and
it.
jumps over the other side and literally is standing by her mother, looking at her mother, going, meh. And then there's just filled just this robotic rage of like, what did you hurt?
Oh.
And it's like full on. Glastoc, do you get an attack of opportunity?
No, I don't have anything for that.
Okay.
But just an FYI, I just reread the spell again. So Carrie, you do have +2 to your armor class right now because of the shield.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And it
But
takes
the-
damage.
How long does that last?
It's going to last a minute, so 10 rounds.
Okay.
So basically,
nice.
she climbs over, double checks on her mom, and realizes what she's not responsive. And then she's just like full on, her eyes just like turn completely red. Top of the round. Glastoc, what would you like to do?
Okay. So she's within range where I could move up to her, correct?
Yeah, it's a,
Oh, yeah.
a 5-foot step to be able to get right there.
Oh, there we go.
Is it only I only have to move 5 feet?
Yeah, you'll have to move. 5 feet.
It's still an
Yeah.
action though.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
step is still an
Yeah.
action.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to smack her with my
Schmacker. Try to schmack her.
Right in the kisser.
19.
That misses. She
Right.
brings up the 3 blades from her hand and blocks out.
Train.
Well, and then I'll try attacking her again.
Okay.
And that's a 17.
And she blocks that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Scary.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it. That's my 3 actions.
You're actually going to be there because her mom is right there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So, which brings us to Aviro. What are you going to do?
Vera casts Day's Weight upon the girl.
What does that mean?
By the way, she was Tanglefoot, but she broke. I had to roll to break out of that Tanglefoot too, didn't I?
Correct. But all that does is reduce her movement by 10 feet.
Which she's going to be able to break out of that, no problem. Or, I mean,
'Cause she's-
she rolled a 29, and that is only like 15 feet out of her like 40-foot movement. So yeah. So yeah. Sorry about that. I forgot that.
So she has to make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. 15.
Nope. So that's just a regular. How does it has to be a 1 for critical failure? How does a critical? How does that
10
work?
over the 10. What is your D? You have a 22, so I have
22.
to roll, I'd have to roll under a 12. So it's not a critical failure. It's just
Okay, so it's just a
regular
regular. So you are fatigued and enfeebled 1 for 1 minute.
failure. So enfeebled
Yep.
and fatigued.
Yep. For 1 minute.
Wow.
You fast forward time for a single creature, burdening it with the aches and pains of an entire day, making it temporarily tired and weak.
It is a -1 penalty on AC and saving throws.
For which one?
So she has a mind. Yeah. So she has because she's fatigued. She's tired.
Yep.
And so she has a -1 in her AC and saving throws because of the fatigue.
What does enfeebled do? Because it does that as well.
Status penalty equal to strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based melee attacks.
So she has a -1 in her attacks.
Yep. And athletic checks.
Yep, and athletic checks. Okay. All righty. Nice.
Okay, so that's
a good one, Jeff.
Well
so
done,
that's two of my actions, and then my third is I will cast Shield again because it's cantrip, and I can do this all day long.
Okay.
Shield.
Shield. All right, Brynn.
Okay. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. 25 gets me here.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yep, that does.
Yep. Sorry. Yep.
So 5, 10,
And then
15, 20, 25. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Straight up through. I forgot that this was like a bunk, so
Yep.
I almost went through that, but I can't. So
You did. You just kind of slid under it.
yeah, like Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah,
kick ass.
sure.
Okay, so okay,
Yeah.
so I want to now try to hit this bitch.
Yes, you are. Unfortunately, you're not flanking her.
I know but I'm close in case maybe
Yes.
Glastoc wants to hip check this other lady out of the way next turn. I don't know.
Yep.
Not trying to table captain, but here I go.
Yep.
Fucking nat 1.
A nat 1.
Damn, Carrie.
I know I have incredible streaks and
An 18 does not hit you, so yeah.
no, it doesn't. So, and then I'm gonna attack her again. Here I go. Maybe this one will be better. No, it's not a ton better. It's a 14 and I miss. God damn it.
14?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
It's her turn. She is going to try and try to attack you, Brynn.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A
I got a
24.
That does not hit. Partially because of the shield that's in front of me.
So she tries to kind of like taking these claws and trying to hit your leg again, and unsuccessfully.
Sparks fly in the darkness.
As she's looking at you, she raises her hand up behind her, kind of takes a quick glance. Aviro does a 20. Let's see. I'm double checking. So it would be 4, 3. Does a 26 hit you?
Yes.
Ooh.
With the shield spell?
Even with the shield spell.
Oh.
Because
Right.
shield is only +1, right?
Shield is +2.
According to this, it says
so
it's
it's just
+1.
+1. Oh, it's a spell. Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah. So you take 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a 42 saving throw, please.
Actually, the way their spell is, you can use the shield block reaction, and the shield will stop 10. So that means you wouldn't actually take any damage.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'll do that.
Of course,
I'll do that.
You can't cast the spell again now for 10 minutes.
So do you want to do that?
True story. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So suddenly, as about, you just pinged it out of the way, and the entire time there is this very methodical, just her head is just snapping back and forth, and just her eyes are red, and it's just these very, very mechanical type movements, unlike what you've seen before. It is almost as if, and Brynn and Glastoc, this beast mode, this it looks vaguely familiar to like what Goblin. You know how he turned into that weapon?
Yes. Yes.
It's similar but very, very different, but definitely a mode she has gotten into, a attack mode. And she is just unrecognizable of what her personality was before. It is just one singular combat. That's all she is there. So that is her second. Her third action. Oh, what other third action can I do? Let's see. There's a lot of stuff Pathfinder can do. She's gonna try to shove Brynn. She's gonna try to shove you away.
Okay.
Ooh, and it is class. Oh, it is a multi-attack, isn't it?
Yeah, technically it would be her third attack. Right?
Is a shove? Is a shove?
Well, she's already attacked twice, right?
She does her attack twice, but actually a shove is an attack. So let me go back to what else can she do? Yeah, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So her action, her hand, her wrist, where the crossbows are coming from, snap back up. A blade, singular blade, comes out of her hand.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Additionally, she hits her arm, and she kind of pulls something from her shoulder down on her left arm and pulls it over where her arm is. And suddenly it's like, and goes, and like a buckler shield now is on her arm.
Oh my God.
She's going into a defensive mode.
Yeah. Defensive mode active.
She hasn't raised it, but it's been activated. Top of the round.
If I move into the spot directly in front of her, which is like where the bunk is, does that Brynn get flanking then?
No, unfortunately, the only place to get flanking is where the mom is. So you would have to move the mom out of the way. There might be a reason why she's next to her mom.
Yeah, well, you do what you got to do. As long as she's within range of me, that's really all I care about.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll attack her again.
Okay.
16.
16 will miss. With even the minuses.
Yeah, and
AC.
then second attack, 19.
That will miss as well.
God damn it. Well, might as well try for my third one. 21.
21 will. Oh. That's minus 10?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I actually finally rolled above a 16 this time.
Congratulations.
So she has a 22, a 20. Oh, actually, so it's a 24. You're not. But you're not flanked.
Yeah.
So she is not. Yeah, you don't hit her.
She's not getting the bonus to the shield yet.
She does not get the bonus for the shield, but because she's fatigued, it's a minus. So yeah.
That's right. Yeah, she has a -1 on her.
She's got a -1 on her AC, but you're not flanked. So yeah. But yeah, you just missed. You just missed her. Just missed her.
Okay.
Which
that was all 3 of my actions.
To Aviro.
Aviro is going to drain his bonded item in order to cast haste again on. Let's see. Let's give Brynn this time. We'll give
Brynn.
Ooh.
Cast haste on Brynn. I think draining my bonded item, does that was not an action?
I believe it's an action to do that.
So it's got the single action icon, but it's not colored in. It's an empty single action icon.
I believe it's then that
which I've never.
It's a free action.
So it's a
bonus action. It's a bonus action, I think. But I've got to see. So if let me double check here real quick. So if it's like a dot and an open arrow, that's a free action.
It's the same as a single action. It's just not colored white like all the other single actions. It is just the outlines of that.
Okay, I think it's a free action based off of what you're describing.
All right, so I drain my bonded item as a free action. I cast haste on Brynn.
Okay.
Yay!
For 2 of my actions, and then my third action, I guess I'm going to hide behind this pillar.
Okay.
This pillar.
But I can still see everything if I poke my head out.
Okay.
Nice.
Alrighty. Which brings us to Brynn. Haste has been placed upon you.
Yes.
What shall you do?
Great. What I am going to do is simply attack.
Okay.
Here I go. I've got a good feeling about this. Come on, baby. That's a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Ooh.
Sick. Good. All right. So, is the character in any way unable to defend themselves?
Nope, they can defend themselves, yes.
Just throwing that out there, just a question. Thanks. That's gonna be 14 points of damage.
All right.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna attack again. Here I go.
Here I go.
Here I go again. Girls, what's my weakness? Damn it. That's gonna be hopefully 20. That's a 28 to hit.
That hits.
Very lucky. 7. 11 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
And attack again.
Oh man, the actual answer was what's my weakness? Tib.
Apparently.
Yep.
So here we go. That's only 17 to hit.
That will miss. That will
Now I have a
definitely-
question.
Yes.
So like, if I attack now,
Mhm.
my bonus with this rapier is 15. I have 4 actions on this round because of haste.
Yep.
Can I attack again for another -5 penalty?
It actually is -10.
It stacks.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
know
stacks
it.
every
I
time.
know, but like, well, now it's going to be -15.
Yeah.
So it would be your
Which would-
fourth attack.
It'd be your fourth
Yeah,
attack.
which
So,
would be my
so
fourth attack.
-15.
So this
second
is just-
attack's -5, and then
This is just a straight up roll.
And if you
So the
critically
best thing that can
fail,
happen here-
though, there are potential consequences for your critical
But
failure.
I could critically succeed.
could.
Too. So here we go. We're gonna see what happens. You remember a couple seconds ago when you talked about critically failing?
Yes.
Yeah. That was an at one.
that's like the third nat one you've rolled in combat,
I have
Yeah.
also rolled 3 nat 20s today, so
but not in combat.
yeah, da.
All right.
Our consequences. I thank you for the haste, Jeff. I'm sorry I squandered it.
You know, I had a 50-50 shot.
Pretty much.
Last
Pretty
Ox
much.
gotten it twice. It was Bryn's turn.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
Brynn's turn.
Maybe killing Brynn will be the thing that this thing needs to
A
like
22
gain a
doesn't hit you,
soul.
does it?
No, it does not.
Yep. All right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Great. I'm done.
She runs. She grabs her mother and runs.
No.
So her mom is just like being drug across the floor.
Yeah, like a freaking ribbon dancer.
No, she's carrying her on her shoulders.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, remember,
How
she's
tall is
at
she?
minus on her strength and athletic stuff.
But
Yeah.
that was for one round, wasn't it?
No, that was for 1 minute.
For
For
1
1 minute.
minute. Okay. So she is slow. She's a little bit slowed. So she's not on her full movement.
Well, she also is not at her full strength.
Yes. So she's not at her full strength. She can still carry her.
Yeah, we
which-
don't know what her actual strength is. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be freaking
Yeah.
She's
So-
She
fatigued and
she could be as
enfeebled.
strong as Glastoc. Or
So
Brynn.
normally so her first action 5, 10, 15, 20, she gets to the stairs in her first action.
Well, she has to grab her mother too. Is that an action?
That's a second action. So yeah, so
Okay.
first action to grab mom, second action. So you do definitely see she is about half movement right now.
Okay.
Her third is going to be she runs up the stairs. And she runs up.
Maybe Leto is waiting at the top of the stairs. Maybe.
Okay.
You want to have 2
How,
flights of
how
stairs?
tall is she?
How tall is she?
Yeah.
She's like 4 foot,
And how tall is her mother?
6 or 5 something, 5, 6.
So
It,
a
it looks
4-foot
very
individual.
odd. It looks very, very odd.
Okay.
So she's on the stairs and she's kind of going up. What Glastoc, what would you like to do?
She's just so much faster than us. There's not a whole lot.
She
I
is
can do.
definitely slowed. So she's probably almost as fast. She's about the same speed as you and Brynn.
Well, we've already
No
established.
offense, Aviro.
There's no big windows here, correct?
Nope.
So I'm gonna have to go as fast. I'm gonna have to use all 3 of my actions to follow her.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Okay. Brynn, what would you like to do?
I am gonna do the same. Yeah, I will go all 3 of my actions. Now where? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the top.
Okay. So you're gonna get
So
you're gonna be right behind her. So Brynn, you could actually get an attack because you have
Okay.
haste on you. So you could
Okay.
move all the way up, use that one action to get an attack on her as she's getting up there if you'd like.
so Actually, so I have one action.
You have one action, attack action, or movement action.
I would like. Is grapple an attack action?
Yes, grapple is an attack action.
I would like to try to grapple her, please.
Okay, and that's
An
going to be
athletics check.
it's
Correct?
it's an athletics check, and I believe it's a contested athletics check.
Okay.
I believe.
I will.
It's against their fortitude DC.
Oh, against their fortitude DC. That's right. Okay, so
Here I go. Oh, 32.
Yeah.
yes,
I tackle this
you
bitch.
tackle
Nice.
her. Yes, you tackle her down, and she drops mom.
And I'm just freaking like holding her, and
Okay.
she's wriggly, and I'm just holding on as hard as I can.
Okay.
And
there's
that's my turn.
blades flying all over the place.
Yeah, no, Brynn is getting lots of ouchies right now, but she's holding on still because it's really, really important we contain this bitch.
So as you run up, you at the top of the stairs, you just jump on her. She kind of hits the top of the deck. Mom kind of falls, and she's damaged. Wakes up, doesn't from sleep.
Oh, probably.
So she might be coming to. Mom might be coming to but as you grapple her, suddenly her torso just goes
Rotates.
and she tries to break the grapple with an athletics check.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about them waking up if they take damage.
How does they wake up though?
It just if they
Never.
failed, it says that they wake up after 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Then maybe she doesn't wake up. Yeah, I think you have to take an action to wake someone up from that. So there's something along those lines. Does a 31 with a nat 20
Does it what?
break the grapple?
I don't know.
I would
Yes,
assume so.
your fortitude, it breaks your grapple.
Oh yeah. Wait, do I make a fortitude roll or just?
No.
Is it
wait.
just a...
She's minus on her athletics check though.
So it'd be a 30.
Right, and Brynn's was a 32.
No,
that was the original 2 attack.
Right.
It's fortitude.
It's for
Oh,
her.
okay.
It's against her fortitude.
Well,
So
let me check.
Brynn,
So
what's
Do
your
I make a
fortitude?
fortitude save?
No,
Well,
it's
it's
not
a plus 10.
It's a plus 10, so it's 20. So her
Okay.
her DC is 20.
That's what the DC is. Oh,
Yep,
okay.
that's the DC. So you take
Okay.
whatever the modifier of your fortitude is. So I had a
Right.
9, so it's a 19. So Brynn grappled her no problem. So then I have to beat a DC 20, and I got rolled a 30. Actually, that's that was already 31 is actually taken into account because of it already gave me a -1 in the character sheet when I hit the fatigued. So there's conditions on the
okay.
character sheet and automatically applied them, which is
Oh, okay.
nice. So
That's nice.
so she breaks the grapple. That's her first action is to break the grapple.
Okay.
The second action.
Hey, we totally skipped Aviro, by the way.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Like
So how
Glastoc went and then Brynn went and
Oh,
now
I'm
she
sorry,
gets to
Vera.
skip.
Vera, what would you have done? I'm sorry, my mistake.
I would have spent, I think it's 2 actions to get up to the steps.
Yeah.
For stride twice.
Yeah.
And then he would have cast animate rope and he would have thrown a rope out and cast animate rope to bind her with the rope.
Is that a 1
nice.
action or a 2 action spell?
Animate rope is a 2 action spell.
So you only have 1 action.
True
Nice
story.
try. Nice try, Jeff.
True
Great
story.
idea. Great idea.
Sorry
Like
about
people
that,
on
Jeff.
Family Feud where they're like, good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good
good
answer.
answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right. So instead, before Brynn, is there anything that you would want to?
Yes.
You got
Everything is 2 goddamn actions.
Yes, it is.
Oh, well, let me just double check and count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, 1 action would have gotten me to the stairs.
Nice. So you 2 actions do animate
Like,
rope.
do have 2 actions. 1 action would get me all the way up.
So 5, 10,
5,
15,
10,
20,
15,
25,
20,
30, 35,
30, 35, 40.
40, 45. 40 gets you to the bottom of the stairs.
How do you figure?
Because you were
5,
here, right?
10,
So
I was here.
5, so
5,
10, 15,
15, 20,
25,
25, 30.
35 on the stairs because it takes 2. So
40.
40 is right here, and then it's here.
Oh, I see.
So it's not, that's not, you have to actually go to this spot here and then that spot. So you're at the bottom of the stairs in your first round. Now you could do something
From
there
there,
if you wanted
yeah,
to.
from
Yes,
there. All right, so if I'm
which
at the
they're
bottom of
about
the stairs,
15 feet away.
yeah, then I will animate rope and have the rope bind her.
Okay,
Nice.
so animate rope is a spell. You
Yep,
can do
2
that.
action spell.
And then what does the spell
So attempt an attack roll against the target's reflex DC.
Okay, so my reflex DC is 12, so it'll be a DC 22. Make your attack spell roll.
You know, normally they give you an opportunity to roll that on a spell, and they don't seem to do that here. So where is that I can
It's
roll?
under your spells. So spell attack roll. So if you go into
I just
your
want to
spell,
make it clear that even if this succeeds, Brynn will still tackle that bitch.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. Yes.
16.
16 will not.
Yeah.
So she kind of jumps over the rope a little bit, but then that was enough for Brynn to just tackle her down.
Oh.
At which point she rotates her body, pushes away from Brynn, does this whole like full body, like half cocked stand up, which is another action. Because it takes an action to stand up. Her third action is to grab Mom. Yeah. She's got Mom in her hand and she's right there. So because you tackled her, she can't do what she wanted to do.
Ah! Yes.
Because she had to take an action to get up. But now, Brynn, you have to take an action to get up. Because you did tackle her.
Brynn has an extra move action because of the haste spell.
That is correct. So we are now at the top of the round, which gives us to Glastoc.
Which then followed by definitely Aviro.
Yes. So Glastoc.
So I'll use one action to move up the stairs.
Yep. And you can be anywhere on the stairs, on the bridge that you want, or the deck that you want.
Which square is the kid in?
We're gonna say that the kid is at the top of the stairs. So she's at you know what? We're gonna say she's right there. So
can I move into this square here?
Are they both in the same 5-foot square?
Pretty much, yeah.
And the kid?
Yeah, kind of.
So in actuality, I can actually move to this square.
Yes, you could.
Okay, because I want to make sure Brynn can flank.
Yep. Okay.
So, all right. So, gonna smacky with the axie.
Okay.
And nat 20, baby.
Oh man!
For a total of 33.
That hit. Wow, a lot of nats going on. Okay, how much damage?
Is that a critical?
A nat 20 is a critical, technically. Well, I say it's still a critical, so it is still a critical hit. So yeah.
Okay, so I get to roll that twice. 28 points of damage.
Damn, son.
28. Where's the axe hit?
Well, I'm assuming if she's carrying Mom slung over her shoulder and Glastoc moved to there and she's facing towards because she's got swivel torso, she could be facing any direction. But I would assume Glastoc would hit her on the side opposite the shoulder that she's got Mom over.
Okay. So as you slam this axe into her, she stops. And looks down. She stops moving.
Okay.
And she looks down at the axe. And looks like you, Glastoc, right in your eyes. And her jaw opens up for a quick second. And her disassembles for a second. And you see a little hole. And suddenly this puff comes out. And then she drops.
Yes. What was the
But
puff,
she gets
though?
as a needle flies out of her mouth
Of course it does.
as her last attack.
Okay.
So she gets a reaction attack?
She gets a reactionary attack.
Wow.
Yeah. 21.
And that misses.
So as the shield pops up to deflect this needle that basically she shoots out of her mouth. And after it's done, she just and collapses and falls onto the ground. Not moving.
Brynn is getting up. Are we out of initiative?
We're out of initiative, yes.
Brynn is like pulling herself to her feet and is like, holy shit. Glastoc, are you okay?
I'm good.
Hey. And she would call back down the stairs. Aviro, you all right?
Yeah, yes. Or is it over?
I think so.
And Leto comes out of the door running, carrying a metal ball in his hand.
Leto, you're just in time. Thank you for the assist.
Well done. Well done. Oh.
And I would be just kind of like looking down, and I guess I would take an action and wake up the mother.
Leto takes this ball and sets it, and suddenly breaks up, and these metal bonds start coming and like basically and case her.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, I was going to suggest like tying her up before we wake her up because she's going to be pissed.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well.
And yeah. So you want to wake her up eventually?
Yeah. Once
she wakes up automatically after 1 minute.
Okay. So after she starts getting her, what do you want to do with the doll?
Take her apart and use her for scrap.
If you give me if you give me 10 minutes, I have a dismantle spell that I can.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that.
So I have a thing that I can do as a wizard. My spell, my arcane thesis is called spell substitution. You don't accept the fact that once spells are prepared, they can't be changed until your next daily preparation, and you have uncovered a shortcut allowing you to substitute new spells for those you originally prepared. Spending 10 minutes, you can empty one of your prepared spell slots and prepare a different spell from your spellbook in its place.
So disassemble generally is for items because
so here it's called dismantle. Now, granted, it does say one non-magical item in your possession of one bulk or less. Is she one bulk?
Yeah, she's more than one bulk.
She is. Okay. I don't know. I don't understand.
She's like one bulk. Yeah. I mean, she's.
Can I dismantle just her arm?
Yes. So I would say because she's a creature, not necessarily an item, but she kind of is a construct as well. For thematical purposes, you are disassembling her arms and weaponry, and basically she's out of, she's not able to get back. So she's effectively destroyed, damaged, things of that nature. Her life force is gone.
I have a thing.
Yes.
Oh, Brynn would want to go through if this kid has like a pouch, and I want to find the little wooden ship that I had carved.
Yes, she did have that.
I want to keep it.
Okay.
I'll take it back.
Okay. Since we're out of combat, Leto, over the course of the evening and process, the alchemist is basically reprimanded and stockaded into her room, or actually in the stockade area. So she is put into a brig type situation where she's in a room that's basically she's locked up. Leto is, like I said, this long evening of figuring out what to do with her. She's going to face a tribunal when they get back to Magnamar. Her crate, her companion doll is going to be put into a crate and packed up for stuff. The gentleman eventually comes out into the evening and has a dinner.
The only one left.
Yeah.
I love that we were so sure for a minute that it was him, and he's just like, well, that was fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, well, see? And he's like,
Well,
bravo, bravo.
the bride's still alive too,
The
right?
bride is still alive too, yes.
And the diseased one that I
Yep.
cured.
Yeah, correct.
Ah, well, we saved half. We saved half of them.
Yay!
Over the course of
That's a solid F.
for time precedence, as we're kind of going to shorten all like several. So the
rest of
next
the travel.
day, she's going to be reprimanded or taken into custody on the ship, and Leto's going to take care of once they get to Magnamar, give her to the proper underworld authorities on this process for breaking and taken care of. The first maid will be healed and we'll be able to take care of that.
Oh, he
As a
lived?
person, I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
As a person from like the underworld,
Mhm.
kind of, would I kind of know what this lady has waiting for her in Magnamar?
Not necessarily.
No.
Give me a knowledge roll.
It's not that
Okay.
kind of underworld.
Yeah, it's a monster underworld.
What kind of role was it?
It would be a lore or it would actually
Society?
society,
maybe?
yeah. It would be a society.
25.
Yeah, no.
don't know.
No. Yeah, this is high. Yes, Aviro.
So, since the hag is gone,
Mm-hmm.
Aviro wants that grimoire that she had.
Oh.
Leto will lock up all the doors, and all the items are still they're not for. We don't know where they're not
Free for
for.
all.
Well,
free for
Aviro
all.
wants to talk to Leto and say, "So I am willing to forego part of my payment in exchange for an item that was in
Well,
her possession."
there are certain rules. It will need to be stored for 30 days. After 30 days, you can petition for something like that. Yeah, but yes.
30 business days.
30 business days,
I'll
yes.
send you a summons.
Yep. That we can
Gotcha.
check on that, yes.
Gotcha.
Um
Brynn, there's no way you can steal it, is there?
There's no way I would steal it, Aviro.
Oh, come now. You steal things all the time.
so
Oh, are you saying you can't steal it? I'm sorry. I should have asked someone much more skillful than yourself. Yes, you're right. My apologies.
I got a 21 thievery. Would I be able to steal it?
I will tell you this. If anything is stolen, Leto would know.
I don't wanna steal it. Nope. I have
And
already.
you know that would be bad.
That would be very bad. I don't want to fuck with Leto. I'm like, no, Aviro.
And Leto is actually going to be casting. He's going to be locking the rooms up, and he's going to be activating a knock spell on arcane lock spell on all of the doors of the passengers that are not there. Over the course of after the first night, Brynn, as the day ends of all this combat and everything else, and you're getting ready for bed, whatever time, like when you finally get and you are undressing, you notice a black bubble on the side of your on your side with these black little veins coming out from it.
Shit. Like on my side, like
yeah,
my
on
side?
your side.
Okay.
It looks exactly like the infected person that you went into.
That's alarming.
Didn't she drink something from Leto?
Oh, yeah, she did.
I did, but it's still like a potential anyway.
It's not guaranteed.
Oh,
and
nice.
she rolled a nat 1 on her fortitude
I
save.
remember that.
That's
Fuck,
right. Yeah.
I forgot about that. I would go see Leto, I guess.
And he's kind of like, and over the course of the next day, he's like, okay, you have 3 days. We will find out in 3 days if it holds or not. And he will give you a potion each day.
Yeah. Well, like,
Can I try to cure it also?
The next day, yeah, you can try to cure it too.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would.
And you'd cast. and you would be rolling your fortitude saving throw, which have you pre-rolled those fortitude saving throws.
Oh, yes, that was what okay, so outside of game, Jay was like, "Hey, make a bunch of rolls," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
So the
Mhm.
first
Did it
night
work?
you found it. The second night it did not increase, and it
Okay.
started to go subside slightly from
Mhm,
uh Glastoc spell. The
mhm, mhm.
third night before you reached port, it grew again.
Yeah.
And then when you make port, it disappears with the
Oof.
spells.
Ooh,
Thank God.
You needed
ooh.
3 successful fortitude saves.
Ooh-wee.
And I got 3.
You got 3. You got 2
Oh,
negatives
man.
and 3 positives.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. All right.
So
That's
that's
good.
one of those things that happens over the course of the next 2 to 3 days as you're making port. There are no
Uh,
further events that happen before you make port in Magnamar. It is going to be clean sailing. You're still going to be working, and it's going to be what the weather is fine, but for the most part, there are nothing else, no other events that are going to happen as you make your way to port. You're going to have conversations. The first mate is healing. He's going to be there. Lito's thanking you. The the conversation, does anyone have a conversation in the next 2 days with the gentleman at dinner?
I would. I'd had an extensive conversation with him before. I wanna make damn sure that he's appreciative. Oh, and I suggested that maybe I would be willing to do less than,
Mhm. And
upstanding
he's
jobs.
very impressed, and he thanks you for your services. And he's like, when you get to Magnamar, do you know where you're staying?
Not yet. Really?
I have
Why?
something for you. I have an appreciation. Allow me. You can pick it up, and he'll give you a merchant's guild. You are actually very familiar, Bryn, with Magnamar,
Yeah.
and you can give him a location where you can pick up mail and stuff like that. And he says, "I will have something for you the first night that you please stick around a few nights in Magnamar. A token of my appreciation."
Yep, I think that's, we'll be there for at least a few nights.
Yeah, oh, wonderful. I believe it, the third night after we arrive, that there'll be a wait for the invitation. So, and then the other thing, Bryn, in conversations with him, you realize that he's from Schmaltmarsh. He's
Of
attending a
course he is.
meeting in Magdamar, and then he's on his way up north to Tiranshi, so way past. So he's doing a quick stop off in Magdamar for several days, and then he's going to continue up.
Okay.
You get the feeling he has an important meeting in Magnamar
Okay.
with the Blue M's.
Okay. Should know that for remind me why I should know that.
It is a monster.
Alright.
You remember the hobgoblin in the temple had armor with a blue M.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm,
He's
mhm.
not associated with the Blue M's, but they have asked to meet with him to discuss something.
Okay. Alright, and
But
I would
he shares that information with you.
uh-huh. And I would just ask him, "What do you suppose they want to discuss?"
He has no clue, and he doesn't reveal anything like that. But he's pertinent that he wants to share that information with you for whatever
Mm.
reason. He's very pertinent to sharing that information with you. What do you share with him about the natural ones?
Um, I would tell him I would just give him a very, like, brief and surface level, like, history of us, like,
Yeah.
how we met with the like, a guild and, like,
Hmm.
how we went on missions and stuff like that, and just kind of like a very again, not giving too much away about like Aviro's abilities
Nope,
or like
exactly.
I don't say anything about Glassdock's family. Like
Mhm.
I, you know, just nothing like that.
General stuff
But
that you've done.
yeah, yeah, like a kind of a highlight reel of our feats,
And only thing
more
in
or
the
less.
city, or do you talk about anything in the past?
I talk about a couple things in the past, like
Okay,
the before times,
okay.
though it gets a little fuzzy for
Yeah,
Bryn for some
and
reason.
he's entertained by, and you almost at one point goes, "Oh, that was you back then?
Mm,
Oh, oh,
mm. You
intrigued."
heard of
I
us
heard
before you even knew
whispers
it was
about
us.
that. I heard whispers
Yes.
about that. You do get the other thing is he is attached to the Assassins Guild in
Ah,
Schmaltmarsh.
ah, interesting. Um,
And currently
the
there is a clan war going on. You get that there is a clan war in Schmaltmarsh,
yeah, right.
which
Okay,
might be one of the things that the M's are wanting to talk to him about.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
So,
Um, okay. I would ask him if he has any connections to the Pathfinder Society.
no, no, he doesn't.
Okay. Right. Well, we'll be waiting in
Mhm.
Magnema
And
3 days.
as like I said, as the 2 days go on, you relax, you heal. Aviro, yes.
At dinner on one of these nights, Aviro says to Bryn, "In all the commotion, Bryn, did I hear you say you have a son?
Yeah.
When?
So,
Glastock's
yeah.
just keeping his head down, and, and he pulls his stein out and he pushes it towards Bryn.
I take a big swig and I would say to Aviro, I'd be like, "Yes. So with all the when we were in stone, you know, um there was a period of time when I wasn't, and I don't know what brought me out of it, and I don't know what sent me back, but you're a gentleman for not saying anything, but I probably look a bit older than I
Do you?"
did."
And he looks closer. You don't look. You look the same to me.
I would kick him under the table and be like, "You're very
Oh,
polite,
what?
thank you."
You do. You look the same.
Well, half elves age gracefully, I've heard, but anyway, I'm 10 years I was out and without seeing either of you, and very nice to see you again. And
I have
in,
so many questions.
in that time, I had a son, and I raised him until he was 10.
Did you go back to being stone?
Yes,
How?
don't really know.
The purple
It
sheep.
was it, it was something. It was about the purple sheep, as well as we can understand anything that that thing did. But I mean, I
Glastock,
lived.
did you know all this?
Didn't want to.
Glastock's just keeping his head down and he's eating.
Yes,
You
Glastock knew.
did.
I told him ahead of. I didn't. I knew you would react like this, Aviro, and now you're gonna be frozen and asking me all kinds of questions, and we didn't exactly have time. You, I'm sorry. You can ask me anything you want. I don't know a ton though. I'm sorry, Aviro.
Aviro, give me a recall knowledge skill check. I would
Lore?
go, yeah, lore.
Just lore or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else?
No, that would probably be the better one.
29.
How much you suddenly the connections you suspect the old man that gave you the when you flew into the future.
Mm-hmm.
You remember seeing that Bryn's reaction to seeing his
Mm-hmm.
eyes
Mm-hmm.
and a comment there. The 50-year-old plus man that was
Mm-hmm.
there
Mm-hmm.
before you went back in time,
Mm-hmm.
time wise, that would be like, oh, wait a minute. Then that would, because that's 50 years from now, you know, that would mean that
Wait a minute. The bloke in the future where Rocky was destroying everything and he handed you the thing and you had the recognition. That's not the boy from Radek's shop. That's your son?
Both are true, Aviro. That is the boy from Radek's shop, and that is my son.
And Aviro literally falls out of his chair.
And Brynn would kind of smile and, yep, him.
Aviro's just lying on the ground, like his thoughts are whirling so fast he can't do anything but process.
Yeah.
Glastoc takes the stein after it refills and he puts it down on the ground.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yes.
Yeah,
So-
Aviro's pretty comatose. With implications are flying. He'll be there for a few minutes.
And I would just kind of like shrug at the table and I'd be like, take all the time you want and I'll answer any questions you have.
2 days, over the course of 2 days, all this is kind of culminating, and we'll pick that up in a moment. But after, we'll have those conversations on a separate. But as we're finishing up this episode, eventually in the evening time, as dusk is hitting, you arrive into the dark light and the lights of Magnamar. Brynn, you've seen these lights many times before, a while ago, and they look very, very familiar. There's probably 1 or 2 changes since it's been a few years since then, but the splendor of just as you're coming into port is breathtaking. The large bridge over the corner area and the cliff where the elite live, but down by the docks area. And as you're coming into port, into one of the areas, Leto disembark as we're ready, meets on deck with you. Leto will thank you for your service in making sure that you're, a well-earned, and he provides you with payment with additional probably 500 gold each for your services on the ship.
Like that.
For that
Bringing the total
week.
to what?
I believe the total now is 1,500, because it was
Each?
it was
Yes, each.
yeah, because it was 1,000 gold for the trip, and then an additional 500 for what you did. So yeah, you've got 1,500 gold,
Nice.
which is pricey. I mean, which is good. He thanks you very much for that. And strangely enough, as you are right before you make your way out, a large humanoid, it looks strangely like a human, but a very large human, dressed in not armor, but just not a suit, but just nice clothing, comes up and hands a letter to Leto. Like, it's waiting for you on the dock, and it kind of comes in and hands a note to Leto and goes, "Oh, but of course we'll have the madam stuff brought to you when we're." And he kind of looks over as, it appears the madam is alive and well. She escaped after her encounter with Boo.
That's good.
She summoned a flying creature and left invisible. That's what happened to the window. Okay. She's treating her wounds, and now we'll bring her stuff. Her assistant will bring her stuff. We'll pick up her stuff. Yeah. So yes.
Well, we're just over 500 then, boys.
Mr. Yusau done that.
Good.
Again, Leto's like, again, appreciate everything you've did for this. I don't think we'll need to ask any more questions. I'm pretty sure I can cover for any issues that happen within the circumstances of you. All of you worked excellently. I hope we will be able to work again in the future.
Aviro pulls out a contract completed form and says, "Please sign here."
All right, and signs it.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you, Lido.
thank you again, and I'll be traveling some bit, but I'll be back this way maybe further. Um, I hope your further travels are uneventful.
Thank you. We could do with the little uneventful travels for a while.
And
And so did the vampire dude give us an address to stay at, or do I have the place to stay?
you generally know what places to stay at, and you're
Okay.
pretty sure with the Old Fang Inn is probably one of the common adventurers inn, and it's close to where you're at. So
Yep.
it's kind of in the same district that you came in to. So um yeah.
I would start leading the guys there. Like
And
I kind of know the place.
as the darkness of the city of the lights of the city, and you're making your way into Magnamar towards the inn for a restful evening on land, looking back
Odd.
in Leto's ship, that torment is done.
Wow.
And we will pick up the next episode in Magnamar.
Awesome.
Thank you
Holy
everyone for
cow.
joining us. We went
did
a little
it!
long, but we wanted to make sure that we got it all in this episode. So thank you so much for sticking with us. We appreciate you. Let's go around the horn and just, who you are, where can we find you? And we're gonna start with you, Jim.
Okay, so yeah, Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter. Obviously, you can find me here with these wonderful people. I'm also here on the Emporium of the Wayward Gamer on our weekend Shadowport Adventures game, which is a Star Wars base game, where I play Clicky the Gunslinger, who is the complete opposite of Glastoc. So,
I mean, he's happy.
no, he's just when he acts, it's not.
It's not measured and planned.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
he just shoots. That's
shoots.
Shoots first and never ask questions.
yeah. So
Gotcha.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jim. Carrie, how are you doing?
Yes. Oh, I am doing great. I am Carrie. You can obviously find me here. You can also find me on Mini Terrain Domain on Monday nights and Thursday nights, where we play Pathfinder and Kids on Bikes, respectively. Second Wednesday of every month, I am there playing Call of Cthulhu. And you can also find me on another channel called Dice Tales Live, where we usually play on Thursday nights. And we have like little 1 hour bite-sized chunks of sessions. So it's always a blast. I'm here. I'm everywhere. I'm like the wind.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to my wonderful compatriots here for this fabulous fun time. You can find me here playing this game. And that's it, because I'm always otherwise doing homework.
Homework is good, Jim. Jeff.
Homework is good.
nothing wrong with homework.
No. Hi everyone, I'm Jay, also known as NeoFed3 on the socials. Thank you so much for joining us. And this first arc of season 3, we will dive into the next part of season 3 soon. So we'll take a little break before we jump in. Please check us out on our socials. If you like what we're doing, please, if you can, support us. If you can't, just watch us. Tell everyone to come watch us. We appreciate you. And thank you so much. We're just gonna say goodbye and have a good night. And again, remember, please be kind and don't be a jerk. We'll see you later. Take care.
Bye.